voices only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Look who's back from vacation. The good, clean boy.
Oh, man, I don't know if I'm good and clean anymore. It was a week at the Jersey Shore. You saw those photos of the beach I threw your way late last week.
Rather die. I don't know. People just on top of each other.
Oh, my God.
Sweaty, fat hogs eating out of the trough with the roller coaster in the background. That is a slice of Americana that I just want to regurgitate back up.
Honestly, it's one of those things now where I'm at with it. You've been doing it for so long. You can't really see it.
You don't smell your ass anymore.
You can't see it for what it is.
Well,
yeah, you cannot see it for what it is. I understand how you look at a beach, there's that many people that are packed in to that thing.
Why is that fun?
I don't know.
What is fun about that?
I don't know why that would be
I'd
fun.
rather be in prison.
Don't.
I'd rather be in jail.
It was hotter than hell.
I'm sure it was.
Those last 2 days at the shore as
You're
well.
just packed in like sardines.
And I can't go in the water. I'll get eaten by a shark. Like, that's the last thing for me. I've been stung by everything. I've been bitten by everything else, non-fatal. The last thing for me is for a great white shark to come and bite me in half.
The ocean has gotten to know you.
Yeah, and it does not like me.
Get out, Tig Notaro. Go back to your bath mat, beach mat, whatever.
I'll tell you this, though. I don't remember this in years past, but we have, I think it was always a wild thing. If you spotted a thong out at like the family pool or at the beach, never would see that. Never. I mean, you remembered it.
Not anymore,
You knew every single detail about
kidding?
it. You talked about it with your friends. Maybe once from like when I was a baby to when I was college aged did I see something like that at the shore. I mean, we got into the 50s and I just lost count. They're everywhere. And I'm not even saying like they're all of them are bad. There's some that are bad, but it's just the way we are, man. We're in the Instagram age now, buddy. And everybody is just out there wearing them. It's just cheeks all over the beach. That's all it is.
I got no problem with the actual cheek aspect of it. You're at the beach. That's fine. For the life of me, I cannot understand why someone wants a permanent wedgie. I would never want to show off my ass to that extent.
Well, wait a minute.
I've seen men in thongs.
If you don't have a problem with the cheeks aspect of it, then the wedgie is guaranteed. Like, that's what it takes.
No, I mean, looking at it is what I'm saying.
Oh.
But the actual,
yes.
the wearing of it.
The wearer, yeah.
Don't you
that
pick
good?
all day, or you just get used to it?
No, I think it's the in-between bathing suits that are like not too big and not too small. That's the constant wedgie. So I think I actually had to do some reading about this to find out if I was the crazy one. Like, am I right? Am I right in my assumption that the count on them is way higher than it used to be?
Here's what I gather.
And the internet tells me, yes, you're right. More people are wearing these now. And it's because you lose that. You don't have to constantly pull the wedgie apart. You just got the string going right up the ace. So you're done. You just have to get used to that part of it.
I have never been to the Jersey Shore. I will live and die and not go.
It seems with your Italian heritage, it would be a perfect trip.
No, let me tell you something. There's two different types of American Italian. There's East Coast, like Jersey Italian, and then there's Chicago Midwest Italian. We don't see eye to eye.
They're totally different things,
We
right?
don't see eye to eye. I gather...
You like to say, I bet you'd like the pizza, though. You could all agree and see some common ground on
right.
that.
We could all get together. Everything can be accomplished. We would do away with nuclear war if we could just sit down and have a pizza together. That's what I'm told by everybody. Fine, whatever.
It's like if your country has a McDonald's in it, you don't go to war.
Is that right?
It was for a while.
Well, Russia had McDonald's in it, and they went to war.
You're right. So until Russia came along, then that that rule doesn't apply.
I have a feeling that everybody who goes to the Jersey Shore has grown up going to the Jersey Shore. This is something that they've done as kids, probably because their parents did it as kids, and they continue to go back. And over the years, all of you morons have convinced yourself this is a good time. and it's not. Bit of that. It's garbage.
It's where we are, too. It's like in Allentown, spent their weekends at the Jersey Shore. We're going back. We've been going since the 1950s.
That's enough. That's enough now.
It's enough time. We've got a brick. We've got a brick at the Wildwood Lighthouse. We can't stop. We can't stop. We have to keep going back. We have to do the week there. Why? Because it's what we do.
Stupid.
Jersey Shore. And
I'm glad you're back.
I'm not busting them out yet, but I've got gifts for you.
Oh, some horrible saltwater taffy? Can't wait to pull some fillings out.
I know that these are a couple of items that you are going to enjoy a lot. So, still to come, some gifts for Mikey.
Rhyme Time is producing today. Teddy is off basking in the glow of this wonderful weather. How you doing, Rhyme Time?
I'm doing good, Mike.
You ever been to the Jersey Shore?
I went to Atlantic City just a couple months ago.
How was that? Good?
It was good.
Good trash watching?
There was nobody on the beach. We played some spike ball on the beach all to ourselves.
I had some spike ball going this week, too. You pretty good at that?
Spike ball?
No, I'm not bad.
You know about the spike ball, Mike?
No.
Spike ball is like a beach version of volleyball. Would that be how you would describe it to somebody around time?
Beach volleyball.
It's like a circle that you have on the sand that you have to hit into, and it's 2v2.
2v2.
Is there a net involved?
Yeah, with the little... I guess
the circle is
it's a circle
net
of trust.
That bounces off.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little circle of trust there in the middle. It looks kids walk by and they assume it's a trampoline, so you got to watch.
Yeah. Make
sure nobody tries to step on it or jump on it. But yeah, you slam the ball off of that net and you play a little volleyball.
I want to thank everybody who came out to 97.1 The Race on Saturday over at Otterbein.
I saw everything on social media when I was driving back. Yeah.
I am impressed with Tyrese Powell. So Tyrese just decided to do the mile.
Okay.
All right. There were, brave people out there. Did the 5K, did the 971K.
Almost 10K, yeah. Good for everybody that came out.
Absolutely.
Good for everybody.
Tyrese decided he was going to focus on the mile. And he came in second to a child, but still, he came. There was like a 10-year-old kid.
A 10-year-old won our mile?
He was the winner.
No divisions? Nope. Just won the mile?
It's pee-pee, no pee-pee.
I thought Tyrese got like a 7.5 minute mile or something.
The kid was quicker. The kid beat him. He was like a 6-something.
Wow, good for him.
And so then Tyrese comes in, and I was impressed with Tyrese. He did a good job. He also, on various occasions, lifted up his shirt, and I saw Tyrese belly.
Oh, how's Tyrese belly getting these days?
He's on the way. He's on the way. And Tyrese has got an outie belly button, too, that's starting to poke out like a pregnant woman.
And Way is spelled W-E-I-G-H. That's what he's on the way.
It's just a matter of time. You know who he's working with in the morning now.
Oh, my God.
Him and T-Bone will be eating ribs at 6:30 in the morning.
They're going to build Rib City. So I saw Adam King did it. I didn't know if that was a gimmick or if he was actually going to do the jog in a suit.
He even ran the 5K.
He showed like the label of one of his suits, and it had like some kind of cool wear system, like cool tech.
He was drenched in sweat, but true to his word, did the entire 5K in a suit.
Unreal.
It was very hot and humid. Everybody stayed hydrated. Everybody had a good time. Lots of positivity among the 5K like walk run community.
It is a positive crowd.
I liked it.
You liked it.
I did like it. It was very encouraging. People of all shapes and sizes and ages and kids, and there were people pushing strollers. It was a good family time.
They are a fascinating bunch, aren't they? The runners.
I told Tyrese, because he's yelling at me, why don't you get out there and run with me? I said, Tyrese, if we do another one of these, which I think we will, Jesus. I will do the mile with you as long as it's 55 degrees or under.
It's not gonna be 55 degrees.
We can do it a different time of year. Why do we have to do it in June?
What do you think this is, Scotland?
Why don't we do it in March?
You seen what the weather is like?
Oh, let me tell you something, buddy.
Scotland
Don't
today?
spoil it. We're going to have a Scottish weather update coming up next.
Oh, my God. I'm glad you were out there. I wish I could have been there. It seemed like a hell of a lot more fun than stuck on the Pennsylvania Turnpike for 9 hours. More on that wasteland later in the show as well.
Did you go through Oakmont?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
That's not Pennsylvania Turnpike. Oakmont's Pittsburgh area.
Okay.
Turnpike's running way south of that. You know that.
They were highlighting the Turnpike the whole tournament. So
Yeah, they're stupid. Make any damn sense.
I'm glad you're back.
Not the
and I'm
Turnpike that I know.
glad you're angry. All right, Thunder win the championship. We'll talk about a big Buckeye piece of crap, too, coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On the west side, I-70 eastbound between Ohio 142 and Hilliard Rome Road, an accident. It's on the right berm within construction. Expect delays. Alum Creek Drive at Williams Road, an accident investigation. Avoid the area. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Try the new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
This summer, Giant Eagle is making a big splash with a carefree summer sweepstakes and your chance to win free groceries for a year. This June, just spend $10 or more shopping for backyard barbecues, road trip essentials, campfire treats, and everything in between. Then swipe your loyalty card for your chance to win. Only at Giant Eagle. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes ends 6/30/25. For official rules, visit gianteaglecarefreesweeps.com.
Hey, look, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You know what I love the most about your store?
What's that, Common Man?
The way you treat people. You get to know your customers. That's why they keep coming back. No sleazeballs around. Just good, clean boys and girls selling jewelry.
Stop in and see the difference for yourself.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. It's where Columbus gets engaged. Tell them Common Man sent you.
What does summer bring to mind? Lazy days by the pool? Hot dogs on the grill? How about large, sweaty men putting work in to defend their national title? Yes, your summer home of the Buckeyes, The Fan.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers.
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, A law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Aaron White with your 10 weather impact forecast here for today. On your Monday, we're tracking plenty of sunshine, another hot one. Highs around 96 this afternoon, but with that humidity, it's going to be feeling like it's over 100 here through the afternoon. So stay cool and stay hydrated here today, but also for the next several days. Tracking a high near 97 here for Tuesday, 94 on Wednesday, and staying into the 90s for the rest of the week, but also looking at chances for showers and storms by Thursday and Friday. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast here on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I said this to my wife this morning. She didn't believe me.
What?
I said it to you, too. You do believe me. Because I hate this weather. I hate this weather. It is the worst. I feel physically sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it sucks.
When I walk outside.
It sucks. How do people like this? People, ask yourself, you really enjoy this weather out there? Not like 80? Like, say you love it hot.
Lunatics that enjoy it. Anyway.
If you love it hot, wouldn't you love 80 degrees and that's fine?
I said this to you. If I could magically be given the power to control the weather to my liking for the entire week, every single Monday morning, I would satisfy another man.
How much?
Orally. For 1 minute.
Like all the way satisfied?
No. 1 minute. Oh, depending on what you do. I'm just going to hold my breath, close my eyes, and go. And then there's not enough Listerine in the world.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
That's how much because then if you ever wake up on a random July Monday morning and you say to yourself, it's July, why is it 55 degrees and cloudy? You know that somewhere I got on my knees that morning.
So you'd go full Hershiser for 60 seconds.
Oral Hershiser?
60 seconds.
60 seconds.
To control the weather just for the week.
Just for the week.
You'd go back.
I do it every Monday.
You'd go back every single Monday.
I do it every Monday. That's how much
I
hate this weather. I was looking today at the weather in Scotland.
My God. Listen to those bagpipes.
Dunkeld, Scotland, which is where I'm going to retire. What do you think the high temperature was today, Timmy? High temperature.
I do feel like this heat wave is hitting a lot of places right now, so I'm going to factor that in.
Very hot in the UK this week. So
then I'm going to say it's a little warmer than usual, and that would be a high of 63 and cloudy.
59 and cloudy.
Wow, they're still in the 50s.
Tomorrow, 59.
Good for them.
Little rain in the forecast. Then Wednesday, cloudy, 63. Then Thursday, cloudy, 61. Friday, we're getting a little hot, 65, Timmy. But then 63, 62, 66. And not a little piece of sunshine to be had. It's all clouds.
Where are we with our North American Scotland? Because I would love to start visiting Nova Scotia a little bit more. Maybe like a Prince Edward's Island. Labrador and Newfoundland.
Newfoundland
nice.
Is it St. John's?
St. John's, yeah. Is there an S on the end, or are we just doing that because we're Midwesterners?
I think it's St. John's.
Prince Edward or Prince Edward's Island?
Look up the weather for St. John's.
Let me see Nova Scotia. It's actually hot in Nova Scotia right now. 74
I'm not talking
degrees.
about Nova Scotia. I'm talking about Newfoundland.
I had it up there.
Nova Scotia. That's where people go on vacation when you're in Newfoundland. What? Newfoundland?
66 in Newfoundland and Labrador.
See?
Yeah. What about little Prince Edward? How you doing, little Edward?
What about Yellowknife? All the way out west.
69 degrees in Prince Edward Island. What's Yellowknife?
It's way up there. It's in the Yukon.
The Yukon?
Yukon territory.
Yellowknife. What's that, like Manitoba then? Or that's Yukon?
I think it's Yukon.
So it's not a province, it's a territory.
We just look up the damn weather.
62 degrees. Should be colder. Oh, man.
This is what I do. Just set the air conditioner to low. All feels good till you get that bill.
You know, we're going to be thinking of Scottish things here shortly. I know it'll be in Rhyme Time and I's wheelhouse because now that we're clear of the United States Open, which, by the way, great. I know I didn't get to talk about it with you because it was last week.
We will talk about it.
Great. No. Last week, the U.S. Open. J.J. Spawn's
you don't get to
birdie
talk
putt.
about it. You missed the week.
It's phenomenal.
You forfeit your ability to talk about it.
But now we're getting ready for events like the Scottish Open, which I love. I love how that gets a field now. In the past, it wasn't something that a lot of the American players would partake in. Now, even though we've got the live golf interruption, I think 7 of the top 10 players in the world are going to the Scottish Open. Scotty's always committed to playing in it. You get a really good field. Guys want to get a feel for links golf. It's a smart play. And then Royal Portrush, Rory's home country, holds the Open this year.
Thunder take home their first title. They win Game 7 against the Pacers last night. Haliburton, by the way, it was confirmed he did tear his Achilles.
Wow.
Today.
I mean, what can you say? What can you say? I tweeted this out yesterday evening when this happened. I can't think of, and I was getting a lot of good suggestions for key injuries and some Buckeye ones that popped up, which I didn't agree. Not that they weren't severe in their own way with Braxton Miller's injury that led us into the 2014 championship season. But for you add up timeliness and the severity of the injury. You're talking about a guy that's developing into a superstar in front of our eyes in this postseason. And he's been a good player the last 2 years. It's Game 7. It's something that could possibly take him out for the entire next season in a ruptured Achilles, one of the worst injuries that you can have to an athlete. And they're trying to win their first ever championship. I can't think of a worse injury at a worse time.
Fan poll today, 971thefan.com. Which Ohio State football injury the last couple of decades broke your heart the most in the moment that it happened? Now, good things turned out to happen after some of these injuries, but we're talking about in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ted Ginn Jr. versus Florida in 07.
Yeah, that was one that I heard about too.
Braxton, 2014 preseason. J.T. Barrett versus Michigan in 2014, or other. Ted Ginn Jr. going down in that moment was devastating, but at that moment now, that was the opening kickoff of the game.
You had the whole game to go.
You had the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Buckeyes were heavily favored to win that game. If you were to ask me in that moment, will the Buckeyes still win this game without Ted Ginn Jr., I would have said yes. Now, it turns out, even if you had Ted Ginn Jr.,
weren't close.
You were getting whipped the line of scrimmage the entire game. You're going to lose that game anyway. Braxton, 14 preseason. Again, devastating, but we figured out pretty quickly that J.T. Barrett was a competent backup quarterback. J.T. going out, devastating. And then Cardale Jones comes in and you win the national championship. If I'm going to go back, and in the moment, by the way, those are devastating injuries. I'm not discounting that. But I'm going to go back to Marvin Harrison Jr. in that Georgia game.
Yeah.
A game that I thought they were the better team, a game that I thought they should have won. And I believe that if Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't go out on a blatant targeting penalty no call, that even if they were penalized the proper yardage.
Right. That was a major part of it. It wasn't just the fact that you lost Marvin Harrison Jr.
It wasn't a penalty.
It was the ridiculousness of how it was officiated.
Exactly.
And it affected you on that play. It affected points on the scoreboard.
If that play doesn't happen, you win that game.
You win the national championship.
I believe you do.
We wouldn't have really known that in the moment, but how far away TCU was from Georgia. We know, having played Georgia, we were closer to Georgia. We were a long, long way away from TCU.
We were better than
their
Georgia.
talents.
We should have won the damn game.
Better than Georgia. And I will say this. I still believe that we should have won that game even without Marvin Harrison Jr. We still should have found a way to get the job done. There were still a lot of misses.
J.K. Dobbins catches a screen pass in that game, too.
There are 5 to 10 things we could probably come up with in the duration of that game, between execution, between play calling, kicking a field goal, obviously trying to get the ball in a better position to kick a shorter field goal so your kicker could be more confident. A lot of things. I mean, defensive breakdowns up and down the block later in that game, too. But it was brutal. None of it, though, I don't think matches the severity of the injury that we saw last night. That is just devastating for the Pacers.
Former Ohio State offensive lineman Kirk Barton has been charged with aggravated vehicular homicide after a fatal accident in Dublin. According to a release from the Dublin police, he was driving a pickup truck at a high rate of speed when he struck another vehicle on West Bridge Street in Dublin at 2:56 a.m. Saturday morning. Driver of the vehicle that was hit was 24-year-old Ethan Perry, who was pronounced dead at the scene.
Unbelievable.
Barton suffered non-life-threatening injuries, and he was released from the hospital into police custody. He is now in the Franklin County Jail.
He's got a $500,000 bond
as he should
on
be.
him. Yeah.
They don't make that over at Buckeye Scoop. You can't dig into petty cash.
Buckeye Scoop hasn't been credentialed for what, 2-3 years now?
Look,
for some of their reporting tactics or things that they've done in the past, they got their credentials yanked around there.
This is not the first incident that, obviously the first incident of this magnitude that Kirk Barton has been involved in.
He had an incident at the Bogey Inn, didn't he?
He was tased at the Bogey Inn. I want to say back in 2018, 2019, something like that. I have stories about a lot of meatheads that used to play over at Ohio State. And a lot of people sent me this story on, was it Saturday morning or Sunday morning? Saturday morning. A lot of people sent me the text link to this. And I'll tell you what my immediate reaction was coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I-70 eastbound between Ohio 142 and Hilliard Rome Road. An accident. The right berm blocked. Within construction. Expect delays. This report is sponsored by Lotto.com. Feeling lucky? Lotto.com has digital scratch tickets, tons of games, and instant fun. Scratch now on Lotto.com. Must be 18 or older to play the lottery. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Common Man here. Let me tell you something. I'm on these Germain interoffice emails. At Germain Lexus, during the month of June, they've challenged themselves to sell more cars than they ever have in 1 month. What does that mean? Well, I'm stupid, but to me, that means they're willing to deal, baby. And the memorial cars are on the lot. The ones the golfers drive for the tournament are now available to you. I have been a Germain customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Earn $200 when you spend $2,000 in the first 90 days with a new Visa from Kemba Financial Credit Union. Plus, pay 0% APR on balances transferred in the first 90 days for 15 months. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Offer ends June 30th, 2025. Equal opportunity lender.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They like to help keep us as good, clean boys. Because listen, if you're struggling with a little acronym ED, that's erectile dysfunction, you got to stop putting it off. For a limited time, Tri-State Men's Health is offering that first appointment with a provider absolutely free. No strings, no copays, nothing out of pocket. I'll say it again, the initial appointment is free, completely 100% free. Why? Why is it that a man can suffer from ED for years without seeking treatment? You don't have to feel embarrassed. That's why Tri-State Men's Health is here. They got 2 lovely locations right here in town, Westerville and Hilliard. You get on the web right now, tristatemenshealth.com. You can find out much more about their treatment and how it can help you. And like I said, that appointment is free. Just check them out, tristatemenshealth.com.
Former Buckeye offensive lineman Kirk Barton has been charged with aggravated vehicular homicide after a fatal accident in Dublin early on Saturday morning. I had several people send me this story, text it to me on Saturday morning, and my response was not surprised at all. Quite frankly, with the amount of former football player meatheads I know and the way that I know they live their lives, I'm quite shocked this doesn't happen more often, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's a total shame
to think about it that way. But when you're talking about Kirk specifically, he's had some things on his ledger already. And I don't know him at all, but it clearly illustrates how he likes to hang out. And when you're going down a certain road,
I know him a little bit.
Bad things can happen.
I have not talked to Kirk Barton in years. I knew him a little bit many years ago. Kristen and I this is probably, 15, 16 years ago now. We were thinking about building a home.
Okay.
And there was a particular neighborhood that we liked, and yada, yada, yada. Kirk Barton was very excited because he also lived in the neighborhood. And he, I think, was still married at this time. I think he's divorced. I don't remember. But I remember saying to Kristen, I said, we can't build in this neighborhood because it'll be a disaster. I'm telling you right now. We can't build in here with him. And so we didn't. Right? There's just something off about certain guys. You can tell. And I did not feel comfortable.
You knew him enough at the time to say, I just don't want to be near you.
I did not
all the time.
Feel comfortable.
Not a comfortable feeling.
And, I have that feeling about a lot of people. I'm not always right, but I did not want to be around him. And the stuff that I've heard throughout the years lends me to believe that I made the right decision. And I feel so sorry, not just for the victim and the victim's family, but this is what I tell my daughter all the time. One bad action can devastate so many people. Kirk, I think, has children that I'm sure are impacted by this. And I was talking to my daughter about this because it's a good teaching moment. And I did tell her what happened. I don't shy away from that. That, yes, one bad decision can ruin your entire life and the people around you. It's not just, that guy messed up and now that guy goes to jail. It's not just, that guy got hit and that guy unfortunately died. It's all the people that are connected to that person. It's even the police officer who responded to the scene or the EMT that had to pull the dead body out of the car when they go home at night and they close their eyes.
Yeah,
yes, that's their job, but think about the tentacles because of one terrible decision.
God, man.
Now, unfortunately for this dude, it was many terrible decisions, and this one happened to end in tragedy. Not just for him, but for another party involved.
It's not good. It's not good. I mean, and I don't want to make this isn't really about Ohio State just because he played football there.
It has nothing to do with Ohio State.
It doesn't.
It's the sense of entitlement that a lot of these guys have coming out of there, and they have no idea how to run their lives.
It's just that the number of people that continue to live their lives and sort of brush aside drunk driving as I'm all right, I'm good, will never cease to amaze me. I don't really think that that's a problem that we can chip away at. I really don't. I'm not entirely sure about that. I think I was reading somewhere, on average, like if you have gotten caught for drunk driving, you've probably done it at least 80 to 100 times already.
I don't doubt that for a second.
Before you get caught.
That's right.
If you get caught. And I believe that too, because we've likely all known people in our lives that you've either seen do it, tried to stop it, tried to step in and prevent it, but sooner or later, like, some people are going to be their own people. You stop hanging out with them, right? You understand how they operate. You tried to get them help. They don't take it. And it's just it's so sad. Why does it feel like, too? I can't remember the last devastating story. I think it might have been the player for the Oakland Raiders, wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders.
He was just
I'm
in
not
the,
to say there hasn't been many since, but
yeah, I mean,
Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. We had one last year around this time with the Gaudreau brothers.
Of course, yes.
Getting run down on the street.
Yeah. No, and it's just, honestly, that's another example. But when I was thinking about Ruggs, just the rate of speed that his car was driving, I think there's some discrepancy as to how fast Kirk was going, but the area that he was in, to be driving on the wrong side of the road, like the area that he was in Dublin, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense to be going crazy like that. But Ruggs, I think he was going north of 120 miles an hour.
I think it was.
How does he live?
150 or something.
I don't understand that. Like, how? And I think he hit a car that was still at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a woman and a dog in there.
A woman and a dog, and it erupted, and it was awful. How do you live through that? I don't understand. Like, how that can always, the offender seems to walk away from this. Andy Reid's son, right? Was
Reid.
maybe 5 years ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he slammed into somebody that, like, just off the highway, and he was physically okay after that accident, but not somebody in the other car. Affected somebody's life forever. And here, a young person is gone, is dead because of this.
Like, I know it's uncomfortable sometimes to have these moments with your kids and sit down and talk to them about really grotesque stuff like this. But
you got to think about consequences and think about actions.
It's good teaching moments. It is, at least for me. We don't shy her away from the bad things that can happen. We don't necessarily scare her into never leaving the house. But just, this is what can happen when you take shortcuts or you make one bad decision. You can not just impact yourself, but all these other people. There's a lot of former Buckeyes out there that I've known throughout the years that, I don't know, man, they get out and they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what their identity is, other than just being that big life of the party meathead guy. And that's a shame. Ultimately, though, and I've known guys who tried to reach out to troubled individuals that were going through a tough time, and they didn't want the help. Eventually, though, you have to recognize what's going on in your life and correct the behavior.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's too late for everybody involved here.
No, it's just...
All right, that's enough.
What more do you say?
Nothing, that's enough.
It's so sad. It really is.
Hey,
you got
let's
to do
transition,
better.
shall we?
Hey, but how about that Jersey Shore, huh?
How about that
Jersey
Shore?
What a cesspool that beach was.
What did you eat?
Boy.
I know you like the pizza.
I got to tell you, I was thinking about you while I was on the toilet at a Dunkin' Donuts off the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
I don't know where the hell this is going, rhyme time. But I like it.
Because I had so much cheese pizza in my system, nothing could come out for the last half of the week. That was 4 days.
No poopy, 4 days?
And then right there on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, I'm trying to birth a baseball. And I'm thinking about you for some reason.
Why?
Man, Mike sure would like this story.
Why would I like it?
He sure wants to know about this. I did everything short of taking a picture. But you know what? Like you talked about, I think I chimed into the show for 2 seconds last week, and something about the good kind of diarrhea came up, and I flipped it right off. I'm like, no, there's nothing good about it. There was nothing good about this either. Because you would think, oh, like you got that out of you? That must have been awesome. No, there was one of those steel poles because it was the one-shot bathroom. I had to hang on to that thing. I was gripping. I'm like yelling and screaming
but then once you get that thing out.
No, it was horrible.
Aren't you like skipping down the street? Like, yes!
It's like I just had a battle.
But you won the battle.
No, I didn't win the battle.
You beat the turd.
This was like a you should see the other guy type of battle. I was bloodied and beaten. I had a black eye. It was awful.
You got to have some fiber, Timmy.
It's been taking me it took me the rest of Saturday, all day yesterday, and into this morning to try to get right.
Eat cheese for 6 straight days. What do you expect?
Ice cream and cheese pizza.
Speaking of bodily functions, I'm going to talk to you about magic vomit coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I-70 eastbound before Hilliard Rome Road, an accident on the right berm within construction. Alum Creek Drive at Williams Road, an accident investigation. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1, starring Brad Pitt. Drive in today and catch all the speed and action. Only in theaters June 27th, rated PG-13. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hey, it's Anthony for my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Summer savings, Rich is backing it up. He has rates as low as 0% and leases starting from $249 a month. How about a 25 Honda HR-V LX CVT two-wheel drive? Lease it for only $259 a month. 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $30.39 down. And all trades deserve a sweetener. He's giving you an extra $1,000 for yours. See them for all the details. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here. The new weight loss meds are having results, but what happens after you stop taking them? I didn't want to rent my results. I wanted to own them to keep the weight off. I chose the medication-free solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
When you join the plus side with AAA, that's all you'll have to do. Or you could learn to change your own tire.
Hey fam, what's up? Today I'm gonna teach you to change a flat. Before we start, make sure it's not raining, or hailing, or lightning.
Skip the hard work. On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Join the Fan and 10 TV on Friday, June 27th from 11 to 6:30 to kick off the Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Purchase box fans and drop them off at the 10 TV studios on Friday, June 27th from 11 to 6:30. The Beat the Heat Fan Drive is sponsored by Newman Roofing.
Hey guys, don't waste time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit the TRT experts today at Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. The treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. And you'll get the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. The offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Common Man here. Let me tell you something. I'm on these Germain inter-office emails. At Germain Lexus, during the month of June, they've challenged themselves to sell more cars than they ever have in 1 month. What does that mean? Well, I'm stupid, but to me, that means they're willing to deal, baby. And the memorial cars are on the lot. The ones the golfers drive for the tournament are now available to you. I've been a Germain customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
A show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Foodgasm is coming up 1 hour from now. 5:30, it's Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark. We did not talk to Jason last week because he was vacationing in Italy. Well, he's back. And his first order of business is to talk to us idiots. So he will join us at 5:30. I got to warn you, we probably won't talk any baseball. It would be Italy and the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, because isn't he a Philly guy?
He's a Philly hillbilly. I'm sure he's been there many times.
I'm sure he's been to Wildwood then.
Actually,
he's a Philly
here's
guy.
what he said to me.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
I want to know what his number one pizza spot
I'm
is.
more of a Stone Harbor guy.
Okay.
But hey, same island.
Yeah. Stone Harbor, we take a little day trip. It's literally 5 minutes away from the Wildwoods. It is a much more Jayson Stark-like town.
High class?
There's less riffraff there. It's Stone Harbor. It's got a better name and everything.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. to 9. It's a little show called T-Bone and Tyvis. I recommend it. It's very good. They have a segment called Morning Wood. Wood is spelled W-O-U-L-D. They're good, clean boys. It's 6:45 tomorrow. Dom Taberi will be on with Bishop and Friends at 10:30 tomorrow. And on this show... Teddy back? Yes, Teddy's back for Rapid Fire.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah. Speaking of Teddy, didn't he just text you something? Rhyme time. He clapped back at something that I said. I'll take the loss on that one. I was wrong about Oakmont.
Yes, that the Turnpike does split the golf course.
The Penn Turnpike goes up. Okay, so
yes.
it must just the main Pennsylvania Turnpike I'm thinking of is I-76, where you can basically take it the entire length of the state of Pennsylvania. Like you pick it up in Philly, like when we're leaving the shore, and you're just heading west, back to Ohio. You're not breaking away. We did that one time long ago before like we had the maps in our phones the way they are now, and I was so pissed off about the move when I missed because you actually have to take an exit to stay going straight west towards Columbus. If you're not paying attention, you'll just keep drifting up towards Pittsburgh. And that happened one of those trips.
They figure you're not an idiot, that you'll actually heed the signs and follow the directions.
One would assume, but when you're on like the 7th hour of a long road trip and it's hot and everybody's uncomfortable, all of a sudden you're seeing those yellow steel bridges. You're like, this is not the city that I ordered. Like, we're supposed to be going to Columbus. But my thing I want to ask you about a godforsaken road wasteland of a place like the Pennsylvania Turnpike, how is it that it can be somewhere around $40 to $50 to drive the length of a road that's just so-so at best in terms of how its upkeep is and the width of the lanes. But your gift, your prize for spending almost $50 to just drive on their pavement is, how about a $13 Auntie Anne's pretzel at an overcrowded Turnpike rest stop? How about a Sbarro slice? Yes, Sbarro. $6.50 for a slice of cheese.
That must be a hell of a slice.
Boy, $13 for a couple of slices of Sbarro, right?
Now, here's the thing. Like, you go to Times Square. They got, like, the Red Lobster in Times Square. I don't recommend you go, but if you decide you just can't live without your Cheddar Bay biscuits, you go to the Red Lobster in Times Square. Prices are going to be higher than if you went to the same Red Lobster in backwoods Mississippi because the rent is high. You're in Times Square. I get it.
I get that.
But you're on the side of a desolated turnpike, and you have
paying gobs of money to drive on.
You have the audacity to charge how much for an Auntie Anne's pretzel?
$12.
That's ridiculous. So you come with a side of cow?
Right? It should be illegal.
You should be eating face for $12.
It's wrong.
You can't blame rent on that. There's nothing there. You're on the side of the road. You own the whole turnpike.
We're not charging that much money. I mean, here around Columbus, we don't have a toll road. We're good, clean boys around here. Get to drive our city streets, our highways for free.
I mean, sure,
our
outer belt was built too small, and there's construction on every road all the time. But still,
it's awful.
Can I tell you something? I would pay.
Free, at least.
I'd pay $1 million just to never have any construction on any road ever again.
What about to have 50% less cars on the road than there are now, and you can lock that in eternally? What would you pay for that?
Ooh,
that would be a lot more than $1 million.
50%.
We're not hitting the button. Those people don't die. They're just not on the road.
Well, now you've taken some of the joy out of it for me.
I'm not giving you the button.
I'm excited. Are you kidding? That button?
Not giving.
What was that movie? The
button,
Box.
The box
with Cameron
You'd
Diaz.
Be hitting that button.
As soon as Frank Langella left, I'd be hitting that button. Come on.
Isn't he like missing a part of his head in that movie?
He's missing a part of his face, I think. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I would like to tell you about this button is if you push it, someone somewhere will die. Bop! Just bop!
Are you done with your sales pitch now? Can I push the button?
Right.
Thank you.
I was going to give you $1 million.
Well,
I could see you don't need it. You just want someone somewhere to die.
Let's talk about Magic Vomit. Elly De La Cruz on Saturday playing in St. Louis. That's what they played.
That's right, St. Louis.
Now, they lost the game, but Elly De La Cruz got sick. Heat index was 106. He vomited on the field.
Did a little Willie Beeman. Well, not really, because it was the heat. It wasn't nerves or anything.
Stayed in the game, hit a 435-foot homer.
Wow.
That is some magic vomit.
You wouldn't know anything about that,
I wouldn't,
would you?
Because I have not vomited since 1997.
You should try it.
No, I shouldn't try it. I don't want to try it. I would rather die than vomit.
No, maybe some of the things that I've brought for you.
When are we going to have these, by the way, in Foodgasm?
I was going to display them in the next segment, and then we'll see what we got in the next segment, and then we'll have them for the Foodgasm for the taste test. See how much you like or despise.
Okay.
I'm thinking that you're going to be upset and detest everything that I've brought, which is actually seen by many folks as good things.
Kevin Durant traded to Houston.
Yeah. Do you care about that?
I don't care, but maybe you do.
No, I really don't. I'm kind of done with Kevin Durant. I understand he's a fantastic player, but he doesn't...
Rhyme time?
There aren't many guys. Rhyme time, you and I are college basketball dudes, all right? There are specific reasons why I have always bled towards college basketball. Now, one thing now being in Ohio, because I never really have had an NBA team. I had my brief brush with Steve Urkel at a Washington Bullets game when I was a kid, and I followed the Jazz a little bit when I lived out there.
Somebody told me that Family Matters is coming back.
Family Matters coming back?
That they're doing a reboot.
With Jaleel White?
I think the whole cast.
Wow. Okay.
I think so.
I'll check it out.
Except for the grandma, because she's dead, and the youngest kid that just became like a porn star.
A porn star.
Something. But
Judy's not coming back. Well, that could be, you're going to help her become pure again.
You get Judy out of the porn industry.
That's a great storyline.
That's a good storyline.
That's Netflix Family Matters there. You would have never gotten that on TGIF.
Maybe
Family
her
Matters.
and Laura have a falling out because she stars in a porn with Stefan Urkel. And this puts Steve in an awkward position because,
he's the same. He's him.
It's like Buddy Love and Nutty Professor Town.
Why was he always being Steve Urkel if he could have just gone in that chamber and been Stefan Urkel at any point in time?
Because he wasn't being himself.
But it is yourself.
No, it's not himself. It's
you're chemically altered a little bit, but it's...
No. Steve was much sweeter than Stefan.
Stefan was a pretty sweet guy. He didn't have any big character flaws.
He was full of himself.
Was he?
Yeah.
I feel like he was a down-to-earth hot dude. I think he had all the good and none of the bad. Like, just the good parts. So, how about that Kevin Durant, huh?
Anyway.
He's a hell of a player.
Judy's
I love
in
the way he
porn
shoots
industry.
that rock.
Steve Urkel's going to try and get her out of it. Did I do that?
Man.
Got any cheese? Timmy's got cheese, and then he craps it out 6 days later.
Let me tell them that Urkel story.
No, we got to go.
Not now.
Oh, okay. What a tease that is. All right. Timmy, once upon a time, met Steve Urkel. And if you're saying, oh, he met Jaleel White? No, he met Steve Urkel. That is coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
An accident has cleared from I-70 eastbound before Hilliard-Rome Road. Traffic still a bit heavy in the area. This report is sponsored by your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy. Your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payorupdate. See your Kroger Pharmacy for details. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces, and strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
This summer, save more with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
Like Meyer potato chips?
Yep.
Hamburger buns?
Of course.
Ketchup?
Absolutely.
How about Meyer lemonade? That's my favorite.
Yep, that too. Plus pickles, baked beans, cheese slices for sandwiches. It's your favorite Meyer brand must-haves for $2 or less all season long.
That's a good deal better.
Only at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Get ready to rock. Soft, that is. Nationwide Picnic with the Pops presents Yacht Rock Symphony, Saturday, June 28th, featuring all your favorite 70s and 80s super yacht rock hits on one stage with Ambrosia.
You're the biggest part of me.
Joined by John Ford Coley.
And I'd really love to see it tonight.
And Peter Beckett, the voice of Player. Don't miss this incredible night of hits, ending with a brilliant display of fireworks. June 28th at the Columbus Commons. For tickets, visit picnicwiththepops.com.
Ben Sadler, Assistant Vice President, Commercial Lending, on what makes First Bank of Central Ohio successful.
What we do as a community bank is really, listening to, that company, finding the solutions that Best need their business and is not just a universal product that you could get anywhere else.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Hi, this is Bob Mashetter from Dick Mashetter Ford. Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at mashetterford.net. Thanks.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Cole Bartimas. Tyrese Haliburton went down with what appeared to be a torn Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals last night, and it was confirmed just a few hours ago that it is, in fact, a torn Achilles. Haliburton initially suffered a calf strain in Game 5 and tried to continue on. He will be out for quite some time as the Thunder took home last night's championship. No Guardians baseball tonight. They'll begin a series with the Blue Jays tomorrow evening, but we do have Reds and Yankees going at 7:10 this evening. Coverage will begin at 6:40 on 1460 AM, and we'll join that game in progress at 8 o'clock right here on 97.1 following the Buckeye Show. One guy who will not be suiting up for the Reds is Jeimer Candelario because he just got DFA'd. Candelario was in the second year of a 3-year deal, and he is still currently tabbed as being the most expensive player on next year's Reds payroll. This update is brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Teddy's not working today.
Why no Monday, Ted?
Because it was going to be Wednesday, Ted, but too many people had days off on Wednesday, so he switched his day off to Monday. Anyway, he's at home. He's listening to the show. This is what Teddy does during his free time. He eats Popeyes. He licks his fingers. He listens to the show.
He is listening because he's actually tweeting me things right now.
He listens all 3 hours to the show. Maybe because we threaten his job if he doesn't.
I almost do think of the Tyvis rule for him then. If he's just going to be there listening to the show, why don't you just come in and work? Because transfer your PTO days to someone else
He's
like
got
Reimer.
A box fan blowing on his sack. He's got no pants on. He's got the dogs licking him.
Speaking of box fan blowing on your sack, I for the life of me don't know why we haven't had the box fan pumping today.
All right, well, you know what?
Because it's over there.
Tell your I met Steve Urkel story, which is so riveting.
Don't do that.
No.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
Talk to Jacob about it because he hasn't heard it. Also introduce him to Willie Mays. Talk to Jacob about it.
What was the Willie Mays thing, Reimer? What is he talking about?
He thought it was Billy Mays. Hi, Billy Mays here for Hall of Fame baseball.
Hey, let me tell you about that catch I had. Billy Mays.
You talk to him.
My hearing went out for a second.
I'm going to set up the box fan. Go ahead.
All right, so you'll appreciate this too. And for people that have not heard this story before, this is one of my fondest memories from my childhood. So back in the day in Northern Virginia, our grocery store chain was Giant, not Giant Eagles, Giant. And they would run these promotions. This would be one of the ways my dad and I would go and enjoy Washington Bullets games, later the Washington Wizards. Sometimes we go to an O's game. They do like ticket promos if you bought certain items. So you're basically getting free tickets. They were going to be up in the nosebleed, but whatever. Who's going to argue? Free tickets. Go to D.C. with your dad. Watch a basketball game.
Oh, baby.
So we're going up to the city.
That air is blowing now.
That's nice. That is nice. So we're heading on up to the city with our Washington Bullets tickets, right? We got cheap seats. That's fine. We get there plenty early because Dad likes to get places early. Like, we're not missing any of the action.
I have no problem with that.
We're there an hour before tip-off at least.
You get to spread out, get your food.
Yep.
You're not waiting in lines.
So
Perfect.
We're up in the, whatever the 300 level is called back in the day at the old Capitol Center. I think it was the US Air Arena at that time, out in the middle of nowhere in a parking lot in Maryland. And we notice, like, we're sitting next to another father and son. We don't know them, but they're also there very, very early, and they're sitting right next to us, so we're kind of chatting, having a good time. My dad loves to talk to people, so he's talking to the other dad there.
Wait a minute, your dad?
Unbelievable, right?
Likes to talk to people?
Who knew?
And then you like to talk to people.
I mean, I like to talk to you.
All right, continue.
So we're going on, and we're getting closer to tip-off, and before the game starts, a guy in a suit comes up to us in our area and asked if we were together. And my dad and the other dad kind of looked at each other and just said, yes, we are, thinking that there might have been strings attached if we were. And so he said, great, we got good news for you. At a certain part in the first quarter, you guys are going to be able to sit courtside for the rest of the game. And so I hear this and I'm thinking, like, that's amazing, right? That's crazy. Little did I know that part of it was to sort of make a fool out of you on the Jumbotron, and like, you're the guy sitting up at the 300 level, and we're going to put you on the big screen and show what it's like to have these people experience the thrill of moving down to sit courtside.
You get to sit courtside.
Yeah,
they can make fun of you for a little bit.
The mascot at the time was hoops. It was like a basketball going through a net. So we did that hoopla. It was like the first media timeout in the first quarter. We went down. And this was Seattle Supersonics in their heyday. So I'm getting to experience the Glove, Sean Kemp, Sam Perkins, Detlef Schrempf, right in their prime. Like, when I say courtside, we're behind the basket. So we're probably like, 5 or 6 rows. We weren't like feet on the floor courtside, but in my mind, down there low, courtside seats. And before long, we notice there's commotion here. And 4 or 5 rows in front of me, so closer to the basket, my dad like taps me on the shoulder and says, Tim, what's going on up here? He's like, Steve Urkel is here. Urkel is at this game. I look, I'm 8 years old, so I see him. I'm a fan of the show. And when I see Steve Urkel, I am not quite old enough to be in the frame of mind to know that what I'm seeing on TV, they're playing characters. They could be completely different people. So my brain is not telling me that this is strange that Steve Urkel, in his full Steve Urkel regalia, suspenders, striped shirt, jeans, he's just there. He's there enjoying the game. I never found out if there was an episode where they were at an NBA game. I never saw that. So I still don't know what kind of marketing ploy this was.
They paid him to attend this game.
Of course.
You said that like, he just walked in down the street, just dressed like Urkel.
There was some kind of marketing thing going on, obviously, but I never saw anything in an episode where he was at this game, which would have made sense to me since he was there as Urkel. So he egged me on. My dad did to go get a autograph at a media timeout. There was like 1 or 2 kids at a time getting him to sign the ticket. So I went up there. I was very nervous about it. As I approached Steve Urkel, I get up there. I got my ticket in my hand. I've got my marker with me as well, so I'm prepared. I kind of move in there. I'm kind of silent, a little bit nervous. And I go to hand him the ticket and the marker. He leans in to accept, and he drops the marker. Like he drops it. Like I gave it right there to him, goes onto the floor. I lean in to go and pick up the marker. He leans in as well.
You bonk heads?
We bonk heads. We knock heads. I like put my hand to my forehead like I'm ashamed. I'm like, oh gosh. Like I'm saying like, oh no, like in my mind.
Do you think he did it on purpose? Like a little shtick?
When I came back upright, he got all like in his chair, got like his back tight and all taut like that, and looked at me with like the glassy eyes and said, did I do that?
You play acted. You improv'd.
I went stone white. When he said this to me, I basically died inside. And Steve Urkel gave me his line in real life.
Not just
I
that.
experienced
you
that.
had a genuine interaction. You bumped heads with Steve Urkel.
Jaleel White improv'd to me a "did I do that?" drop the marker on purpose.
Now, he was a kid at that time, too. How old could he have possibly been?
Probably 20. I don't know.
He was 20?
I'm trying
This was older Jaleel White?
Well, I mean, it was prime, so it was prime Family Matters. Maybe he was
young when they started doing that show.
When the show started, he was probably like 14, 15, right? But this was prime Family Matters. Like, I think college age Jaleel White.
I don't know what prime Family Matters is.
I want to see how old he is. I'm checking. He is, okay, he's 48. He's 48 years old. I'm 41.
Okay, so he's only 7 years older than you. So if you were 8.
Yeah, so he is 15
years
he's
old.
A teenager, yeah. And?
Nothing. Nothing.
And you're stupid.
And scene. Tommy Lee Jones is tasked with catching Antonio Brown. So Antonio Brown is apparently wanted for murder. Attempted murder. Attempted murder.
Yes. Tommy Lee Jones. Let's get him on the case.
There's been no indication of any effort to execute the warrant, which I don't understand why, if you're wanted for attempted murder, I think the cops would be pretty keen on finding you. But Antonio Brown posted on Saturday night on social media, "I'm out of the country. Ain't no more child support. Tell your mama, get a job." So you're wanted for murder, and you decide to throw some shade at the mother of your child by saying, "I'm not going to pay anymore." Chances are you weren't paying anyway, because we've seen this with him, right? But I like how you're just so flippant. Like, where do we think he is? Do we think he's actually out of the country? Or do we think he's so dumb he traveled to, like, Delaware
and thinks that it's another country?
It's a different country.
Yeah. You
can't find me. I'm in Delaware.
There's a good possibility that he's gone someplace. Like, I'm in New Mexico. You're not going to get me. No, actually, we can. Are they going to find him in one of those giant, like, circular... What is that from The Fugitive? Like a dam with the waterfall at the edge of it, where he's just there. Like,
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. Excellent movie, The Fugitive.
Antonio just jumps.
Excellent movie.
Oh, Sam Gerard, U.S. Marshal, one of the best. And one of my favorite parts in that movie is the dyeing of the Chicago River green. No, I'm sorry. They dye it blue.
No, they dye it green for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, God.
And the line, you're such an idiot.
I am bad.
Can I do that? And the line is, if they can dye this river green one day a year, why can't they dye it blue the other 364?
I think you got it.
That's the line, moron.
That's the line.
Also, for some reason,
I want 150-yard perimeter around here. I want to find him. I want to find him by the end of the day.
Celia Ward always rubbed me the wrong way in every role that she played, so I was rooting for her to die.
Come on.
Yeah, you want our man. You get her. You get Celia Ward.
Who was the...
obnoxious.
Who was the rat bastard friend? Who was that actor? Really menacing.
Nichols? Charles Nichols?
Charles Nichols.
I don't know what his name is, the real name.
He switched the samples. He switched them.
My friend Richard Kimball is not well. Christopher Walken just showed up, too.
No,
he's not well.
That's actually
I'm
pretty good.
I'm sorry to ruin everyone's fun in this ballroom.
No, I'm not lying. I think you had it first time. That was actually... Do you need money? Oh, my God. Classic movie.
It's good, Timmy.
It's good. It's
good
good.
segment.
It's good.
It's good.
We're late.
Late for what?
Have to eat.
Here.
So I can take my back pill.
I'm going to talk about the big giant loser coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic slowing on the downtown split westbound between the East Split and West Split. Also on 315 southbound between I-670 West and Rich Street. This report is sponsored by Lotto.com. Feeling lucky? Lotto.com has digital scratch tickets, tons of games, and instant fun. Scratch now on Lotto.com. Must be 18 or older to play the lottery. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
When you're a AAA member, we do the hard stuff for you. So picture this. You're taking a road trip through the mountains at night, and you run out of gas. Do you, A, call AAA, or B, walk 29 miles to the nearest gas station in the pouring rain?
A?
On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
The big focus in America today is on your health, and you're determined to look beyond pills and steroids and surgery to feel your best, right? So I want to talk to the person who is in pain right now. Or maybe it's someone you love. You've done everything they told you to do, and the pain just keeps coming back. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell for QC Kinetics. They are different. These are not quick fixes. This is a revolutionary treatment that works to give your body long-term relief. You'll meet face-to-face with Dr. Aaron Wilkoff and the QC Kinetics medical team. They'll explain how their regenerative treatments take your body's own healing power and helps heal and restore your damaged tissue. These are well-respected protocols that include potent and powerful cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics has helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in Columbus, Ohio. They'd be honored to help you as well. Yes, you can say goodbye to that chronic pain and live your best life. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
The Fan is the official station of summertime. Sipping on a lemonade, the smell of fresh-cut grass in the air, and Common Man playing fart noises on the radio.
Was that a fart?
Ah, summer. The Fan, Ohio's summer destination.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
While students may be out of school for the summer, Ohio's public school educators continue to work hard to make sure everyone can have a successful school year ahead. Whether you're taking part in professional development opportunities or working daily to keep our school buildings clean and running smoothly, we say thank you for your dedication.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Blazing sunshine, heat, and humidity out there for this Monday. Temperatures in the low to mid-90s. It feels like over 100 degrees. Overnight, not much relief, down to the mid-70s for Tuesday morning. Plenty of sunshine, light winds once again, and plenty of humidity too. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 90s. Heat index over 100 Tuesday afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Please listen to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends. It's sticky out there. Care, heating, and cooling.
All right, we've got Foodgasm coming up at 4:46. But before we get to that, I said I came back with some surprises, some things that I know you love. So
from the Jersey Shore.
From the Jersey Shore, where I spent the last week, Wildwood, New Jersey. Item number 1.
What is that?
Big,
some caramel corn?
Huge tub of Johnson's popcorn.
Well, I've not had this.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Yep, you had that, and you hated it. You said it was the most disgusting, stale piece of crap popcorn that you ever had. And I got an all-time favorite, saltwater taffy. Disgusting saltwater taffy. So we're going to try some of that
nice. It's like
later
a brick.
on.
Hard as
I
a
know,
rock.
right? It's a thick box of saltwater taffy.
Shriver's?
Maria Shriver. She makes a mean taffy.
The Kennedy family's known for their taffy.
Yeah. It's got to be fresh because I stayed in Wildwood, and this is all from the Ocean City, New Jersey boardwalk. So
I don't know what the hell that means.
Taffy and popcorn. It's a different town altogether. So
they each have their own individual boardwalk?
I believe boardwalks are huge. I think most of the towns have them. Remember, I think it was Seaside Heights was where MTV held up shop almost all throughout our childhood.
The boardwalk.
Oh, yeah. We were having some fun under the boardwalk. Something to sound under the boardwalk.
We'll be falling in love. Making love or falling in love?
I think it's falling in love. Making love under the boardwalk cuts a little too hard.
I can't believe you spent an entire week out there. How is bored spelled?
Bored. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Norm.
Would be for me, boardwalk.
Sure is.
Get it? Because you're bored walking around it.
Oh, man.
Keegan Bradley won the Travelers Championship in Connecticut yesterday because Tommy Fleetwood crapped his pants. I am so amazed. I didn't know this until I was watching the broadcast. Tommy Fleetwood has never won on the PGA Tour. He has 42 top 10 finishes.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Across 159 PGA Tour starts without a victory, the most by any player since 1983. I mean, there's no way to put this other than Tommy/Mick Fleetwood is a choke artist, right?
Tommy just cannot finish. He just simply can't put tournaments away. And he's only 34 years old, right? So I think he's made of the right stuff when you talk about his mentality and the way that he handled it. I watched some of his post-round press conference, which he doesn't have to do.
By the way, kudos to him, because Rory McIlroy has turned into a supervillain for some reason the last 2 weeks, all right? But Tommy Fleetwood has maybe the biggest collapse of his entire career, and he still mans up and goes to the press conference after blowing it.
He faces the music, and he said, look, I think I want to go and sulk somewhere for right now, but when that time is done, I'd be foolish to take a tournament that I was leading after 71 holes and did a lot of positive things and try to make this only about the negative, which is, look, we can sit here and say like choke artist and things that he's done. Yes. But for how he's going to look at that as an athlete, as a competitor, I fully side with how he is going to choose to take the positives from that and keep on going.
The alternative is you just fall into a depression and never come out of it.
Right.
But Timmy, 42 top 10 finishes without a victory?
Yeah, it's
astonishing.
He's a really great player, and he's won 7 times on the European Tour. But, and that's not nothing, winning on the DP World Tour. But when you come over to the States, and even before the breakup where you had the PGA Tour and LIV, there are some great fields, and a lot of those top 10s were against all of these other great players. He just could not, for some reason, find a way to the finish line. I mean, look at his best finishes at the majors. I mean, the best 4 tournaments in golf, he has finished top 5 in all of them. He finished second at the U.S. Open, second at the Open Championship. He had a tied for 3rd at the Masters and a tied for 5th at a PGA. He's done well in all of these tournaments. And I'm telling you, the way that happened yesterday, my goodness. I mean, he and Keegan Bradley both striped their drives down the middle on 18, and Tommy got to go first. So you would say that that's an advantage, being farther behind Keegan Bradley. You get to put the pressure on him. He hit the wrong club. He had a 9-iron. He went back to a shorter club, left it way short. And then Keegan Bradley, of course, goes and stuffs it to 6 feet. So Keegan needs a birdie. He needs to pick up 1 stroke on him to try to send it to a playoff. And he winds up just beating him on the 72nd hole when Fleetwood bogeyed. It was really rough to watch, but my goodness, he's going to have to keep on going somehow.
Yeah, that's great. I wasn't listening. Hey, Rhyme Time, do you know who Tate McCrae is? Yes. My God.
Why do you gotta be like that? I'm sitting right here.
I just saw a picture of her. She's at the F1 premiere, the F1 movie premiere in London today.
Is this your first day discovering Tate McCrae?
I mean, maybe I've seen her. I'd seen her before, but in this dress, my God. See, I contend T-Bone would fight me on this. He'd fight me on this, saying that I was wrong, and I'm not wrong.
Fight you about what?
Girls like this were not invented in 1920. Like, you can take the most popular, good-looking woman in the world.
Oh, you mean like no one had that bone structure?
We didn't look like this as a human species, okay? Even go back to when Marilyn Monroe was banging, all right? Oh, my God, it's Marilyn Monroe. She's the most attractive person. The president's sleeping with her. All that good stuff.
Not like this.
If Tate McCrae and Marilyn Monroe were next to each other, you would toss Marilyn Monroe off a cliff to get to Tate McCrae. My God.
I just love how this is where we are, and this is where we are in today's day and age, where I'm sorry, I don't even know who this person is, but like the 4th comment down on this photo on X that you're looking at, someone says, so mid.
So mid?
So mid.
So mid?
I hope you're talking about her midsection. Like, what are we talking about? So mid.
Well, first of all, if she's so mid,
for life.
I got to see who you're dating. I got to see who you're going home to. If Tate McCrae is mid.
How are you able to how are you able to find some kind of critique?
Jacob, I don't want to get you in trouble. You're a happily married guy, right?
Yes.
Right? You got a wife and a dog.
Oh,
and,
it's fine.
And the kids
she
coming.
Won't care.
I'm just saying, Tate McCrae knocks on the door, you leave with her, right? You don't even give a second thought.
I see him putting that cross inside his shirt right now.
I would say hello.
Tuck it in a little bit.
Of course you'd say hello. My God.
How may I help you today?
I'd like you to run away with me. Well, I have a lovely wife and dog and everything on the inside, but you've made some good arguments. I think I'll be heading out now. Thank you. Honey, I had to do it. She persuaded me.
That good argument of I'd like you to run away with me.
Right. I mean,
sure.
I never thought of it like that. You're right. I did get married too young. You're right. Let's go. Let's go. Man. Oh, Tate McCrae. And you were talking about golf, right? Yeah, that was a thing.
Think Tommy Fleetwood's going to get Tate McCrae after that performance? Nope.
If Ricky Fowler can get pole vaulter
is married
girl,
to a pole vaulter.
Not just any pole vaulter.
The pole vaulter.
The pole vaulter who was
Allison Stuckey. One of those 3.
All right, I'm going to talk about a disgusting old dad. Old, disgusting father. Coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On the West Outer Belt southbound, before Roberts Road, an accident. Emergency crews blocking the left lane, traffic backing up. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done, and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. You know, I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here. The new weight loss meds are having results, but what happens after you stop taking them? I didn't want to rent my results. I wanted to own them, to keep the weight off. I chose the medication-free solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry because I forgot that I knew who Tate McCrae was because she was Cole Sillinger's ex-girlfriend.
No, ex?
Yeah, and the rumor was he was stepping out on her.
No.
And he went to a new... You left Tate McCrae.
What? Where are you going from there? Scarlett Johansson?
Well,
like, what is it going to be?
Like 15 years older than she is, though.
She's a good, clean girl.
I understand. I was watching the new Jurassic Park preview, and
Those
she was
trailers,
in it.
yeah.
And she's in a tank top, and she's glistening.
She looks like Lara Croft in this movie. Ooh. And that's a good... Ooh, Machu Picchu. Got those 6-shooters strapped to the thighs. It's a clean look.
Strapped to the thighs.
I do. Now that you said that in the last segment, though, I think if I had a time machine, I would want to go back to 1920 and test that theory that you gave.
That people
that we
this
just
attractive were not invented.
Them.
No, they were not invented.
I would just walk the earth.
Look, I watch all these history type shows, okay? And I like learning about history, and I'll watch these little shows, and it's like, yes, so-and-so, who is the hottest actress in the world from the silent era in 1911. She would walk down the street, and men would faint at her presence. She was just so attractive. And then they would show a picture of this broad. And it's like, you'd meet her under a bridge in 2025.
Under a bridge?
She'd be a pigeon woman. She's nothing. I'm telling you, if they're passing out because this woman's walking down the street, imagine Tate McCrae.
So you're saying, I'm thinking of an old movie that a lot of people might recognize this day and age. It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life was 1946, though. So we're still 26 years past. You wouldn't find like a Donna Reed, like the main character.
Donna Reed's fine.
Donna Reed's not fetching enough.
She's fine, and maybe if she
the
had
hairstyles are different.
Look,
everything's different.
I understand.
Tastes and looks, they change throughout the years.
I have
Doesn't
this
mean
argument
she couldn't be really hot. Like her face is really nice.
About old school baseball players, right? It's like, oh, Babe Ruth couldn't do anything in 2025. It's like, well, if you gave him a year and an iPad and a swing coach, and he didn't have to swing a huge piece of log. He could use modern equipment. I'm telling you, Babe Ruth would go out and he would dominate. So you're right. Maybe if you gave Donna Reed all the accoutrement.
The accoutrement.
That you have in today's society with, face creams and Botox and anus bleaching, whatever the hell that Donna Reed wants to do. What? I'm just saying, maybe then... But even I don't think so, the bone structure's not there. Timmy, I'm telling you, you could dress Tate McCrae up like Donna Reed, and it's not the same.
Well, I don't think I would dress Tate McCrae up like Donna Reed. I'd dress Donna Reed up like Tate McCrae so we could see.
I don't think
so. We could have like the perfect test. Oh, Mary. Oh, that's a wonderful dress there, Mary.
Can I have my robe back?
Buffalo girl, why don't you come out tonight? I don't know.
Rhyme Time is regretting his life decisions producing this show today. He really is.
It's just one show, Jacob. This week.
Goliath the Tortoise, who lives at the Miami Zoo, became a first-time dad at the age of 135 years old.
I was stunned.
I was stunned, too, because you sent me
NPR post.
The video. Yeah. What you didn't warn me is that, like 5 seconds into the video, they show it being birthed out of a tortoise vag. I wasn't ready for that.
Well, it's good. It's nature.
I understand it's nature, but you didn't prep me for it.
Well, I mean, I don't think I have to prep you for.
I think it's common courtesy. You send me a video
from NPR. You know, they're good and pure. I don't need to give you any warning about that. It wasn't something war related or anything like that. We're talking about a turtle here.
It's tortoise vag, and it scared me.
135 years old.
You have to imagine.
Like
they got that Greenland shark. The Greenland shark lives to be, what, like 300 and something years old?
Is that so?
I think so. Look it up.
Is that how long that
Greenland
lifespan
shark
is?
And lifespan. Prime time will look it up.
I guess there's a certain limit to when they are reproducing, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, clearly it's not for this 135-year-old tortoise. He still has the swimmers that are working perfectly fine. But you have to imagine that time just moves differently. For creatures like this, don't you?
Those Greenland sharks can live from 250 years, and in rare cases, extreme cases, they can exceed 500 years.
They're like biblical characters.
They are. Wow. That's fascinating.
It's like Seth, who was one of the kids from Adam and Eve. He was like, how old do you live to be? 900. They got a whole different time frame there.
This turtle, though, this dirty old turtle, like, that's all well and good.
Well,
that's just nature. It's the way it goes.
But you have to imagine the 135-year-old turtle didn't impregnate a 135-year-old female turtle. It's probably a much younger turtle.
Probably a 20-year-old turtle.
Well, I don't know about 20, but it's like, oh, she's a youngin'. She's 90.
No, that's way too old.
In turtle years? I don't know.
Well, but how many animals, though, are reproducing by the time they're 5 years on this planet?
How many animals live to be 135 years old?
That could be seen as a fully grown-up turtle. I don't know. I didn't read about the part of how typically would they impregnate a female turtle that is 50 years younger, 75 years younger, relatively the same age.
You got to think, though,
but
with the
dad is
shark,
old.
You got something that's, what did you say, 500 years old?
Yeah.
At the max.
Yeah.
Swimming around in the water, cold water up there by Greenland for 500 years.
I can't imagine it.
It can't be the same concept of time as you and me. Like a little bug, fruit fly. They live, 2 days? Maybe in their mind, oh, my God, I'm so tired. We got to send Irv to the nursing home. He's been alive for a day and a half.
Poor Irv.
It's been forever. You should have seen him the last 5 minutes.
It's almost, what is the movie? Is it the Matthew McConaughey Interstellar, where he's in another wormhole where time is different? He comes back and his daughter is like the age of what his grandmother is supposed to be. It is. Like, it's got to be some type of...
I hated that movie.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Stupid.
They never stopped playing that. They never stopped playing that creepy music the entire film.
Well, I felt stupid watching it, and then I'm like, well, maybe I'm just stupid. And then I went and Googled after I was finished watching it. And it's like, no, actual physicists think this is stupid too. It's like, okay, I'm not saying that I have the answers, but at least these other smart people think this is stupid.
If Neil deGrasse Tyson says, like, this is ridiculous, this can't happen. I do like the meme where he's, like, banging on the other end of the bookcase, just screaming, trying to get to the other side. But you know what this made me think of? We have a former president. I want to say from memory, it's Jackson. I could be wrong about the president, but follow me.
Andrew Jackson.
Could be. Follow me on what has happened here, though. The president had his last child, say, when he was 85 years old.
We talked about this.
Really old. And then maybe that was, he had 9 children or something, but his youngest was when he was 85 years old. And then that son, the president's youngest, then lived a long life, and he had a baby boy when he was like 80 as well. And so we went from like the late 1700s to maybe like 2010, and this guy's grandson is just walking the earth.
Didn't Al Pacino just have a kid?
De Niro, I think, had a kid.
I think it's Pacino.
Pacino just had a kid?
Oh, yeah, I had a kid.
Man, he got a great ass.
Sorry. It's terrible impersonation from me.
What were you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
You're doing like Grover, Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to tell you something. I just had myself a kid the other day. I birthed Muirfield Village.
I'm too old. I'm too blind.
You're Al Pacino again?
That was Al. De Niro, I know, has a young kid. Billy Joel, I think, was still having kids.
Billy Joel has younger children.
Young children. De Niro, I know, has young children. Larry King, rest in peace. He had like 40-year gap, I think, between having his 2 sets of kids. It
Tony
goes on.
Randall had young kids, too.
Tony Randall.
Remember The Odd Couple? Tony Randall?
Yes. What about Antoine Randall L?
He's also having young children. Not nearly as old.
Indiana quarterback switched positions.
That's right.
In the league.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome, everybody.
Foodgasm is coming up next. Hey, you want me to eat some bad popcorn and saltwater taffy? Well, I'm going to do it. Coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I-270, the West Outer Belt southbound. Before Roberts Road, an accident now on the left berm. Police are on the scene. Traffic backing up in the area. This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
What John Smiley, Chairman and CEO, wants you to know about First Bank of Central Ohio.
Our competitive advantage is the number of years we've been in Central Ohio and the fact that we're able to make decisions here locally that make sense for the client. At the end of the day, it's the ability for us to say, okay, what can we do to make your banking easier for you?
Experience what it's like to be first at fbcentralohio.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees Wilson to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Try the new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, Heritage Farm boneless chicken breasts are on sale for just $2.49 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company, Foodgasm. Coming up in mere moments. We're doing a little taste test today.
Getting it ready for you.
Timmy
Popcorn
took a little trip to the Jersey Shore and brought me back some favorites. Now, I contend that the Jersey Shore sucks. And the only reason why people keep going is because they grew up doing it and they have forgotten how much it sucks, or they're never aware how much it sucks. So they convince themselves this is fun. It's not.
I do also contend that saltwater taffy is probably one of the worst candies in existence.
But I guarantee you, a lot of the people that go to the shore, they go get the same saltwater taffy every single year, and it's like, oh, they don't make it like this anymore.
Just because.
Oh, it's so delicious. No,
Yeah.
it's ass is what it is.
You get it because you always got it, and it's a tradition.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. We got some delicious popcorn here. At least it looks delicious. And some saltwater taffy. Time for Foodgasm.
Man and Timmy present Foodgasm.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Timmy, explain to the people what we have here.
All right, I got a giant tub of Johnson's popcorn, world famous quality caramel corn since 1940. It's a 28-ounce bucket. It's from 1360 Boardwalk, Ocean City, New Jersey.
Now, I'd like to point out to all you people out there who may have a bite of this, and maybe you've had it before, and you're like, come on, man, it's delicious. I grew up in the city of Chicago where we take our caramel corn, first of all, caramel corn. It's called caramel corn, very seriously. So I know what a caramel corn is supposed to taste like. Now,
you got Garrett's, right?
You got a lot of different brands. This is on par with a Cracker Jack. There is nothing unique about this.
So bad.
There's no buttery notes at all. This is garbage. This is trash. Why would you waste calories on this? It's trash. I'll get you some good caramel corn.
That is the review. That is the review that I remember.
No, I want you to keep that.
That is exactly why I bought you this tub.
I'm going to order us.
Giant.
Actually, I'm not going to order Garrett's. I'm going to order Nuts on Clark. I'm going to give you some Nuts on Clark caramel corn. You have a taste test between that and what you just gave me.
I can't swim, Clark.
I know, Eddie. All right, give me some of that trash saltwater taffy, too.
Can you tell me what flavor you might like? They have some nasty flavors in this. Let me tell you. They have got... What are we doing with wintergreen taffy? Like, why would I want some minty taffy?
Tastes like Pepto-Bismol?
They've got banana. I don't like
banana.
that.
I don't want it.
They have molasses?
I don't want
Yuck. Licorice? Yuck. What is tea berry?
Dom Tea Berries on Channel 10.
What is tea berry?
Hey, Timmy,
that is,
eat me. I'm chewy and salty.
That is for Dom. They have peanut butter, which in a taffy
what the hell's
sounds
going on
gross.
around here?
Cinnamon and molasses mint. So I got a lime. How about a lime
Fine,
for you?
give me a lime. They're all going to taste like garbage.
I think the lime is one of the better flavors.
Now, here's the thing. At least this is not rock hard. I just felt it. It's relatively soft.
It's not rock hard.
You have given me saltwater toffee in the past that was stale.
Yeah, this
not good.
This is actually, I wanted to get a cheap, like 99-cent dollar store box of saltwater taffy, the generic kind that comes from probably China. This is actually Maria Shriver's. No, not her. Saltwater Taffy Fine Confections, the oldest candy store on the boardwalk. Also Ocean City, New Jersey. Now, why? I'm staying in Wildwood, New Jersey, and all of the stuff comes from another New Jersey beach town. I do not know, but that's just the way that it was.
Actually, this lime's not bad. Give me another one. Give me another flavor.
All right, I'm doing the orange, too, because I think orange is one of the good ones here. Uh-huh. Well, let me give you the pinkish red.
What flavor
That's going to be a strawberry, I think.
No. Give me another flavor. Give me a weird one.
You want a weird one? All right, I'm going to give you like a brown one. That's going to be nasty. That's going to be nasty. That's probably molasses or tea berry.
Tea berry. Let me smell it.
I bet that's gross. Yuck. What is molasses taffy? What do I want to eat that for?
Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate.
It's like a Tootsie Roll.
Not that one, though. This one's like opaque. I bet this one sucks.
Timmy, I got to tell you.
It's awful, right? Ooh, I just don't know. Like, there are...
I can't swallow it.
You're not going to be able to do the rest of the segment.
Rhyme time.
Taffy in your mouth. What do you think?
You're doing some tasting. What did you think of the popcorn, the caramel corn? I'm sorry, caramel corn. And then what did you think of the taffy?
I'm still chewing on the taffy, so I'm sorry about my mouth.
So it's literally tough.
Yes.
As they would say.
I like the taffy. The taffy's really good.
What flavor did you get?
I think I gave him an orange.
Yeah, it was an orange.
Is that right? That's a good... I hooked you up with the flavor.
I would like another one, please.
I'm curious to see which flavor this one is that I got. This is like a tan-colored one. This might be molasses.
Molasses is a dark color.
I'm just saying. I'm going by... I got the color code. They had to use the dark color on chocolate, I guess.
This is a good segment, huh?
This is not good. This flavor sucks. I don't get it, too. Like, why wouldn't you just stick, like we say in this biz, play the hits sometimes. Why wouldn't you go with just the top-notch flavors and do a lot of that?
Why do they make earwax Jelly Bellies?
I don't know. That's a gag, though. This is not a gag. Like, they're thinking that you want this.
Let me tell you something.
The Jelly Belly stuff is a joke.
There is a person saying, I can't wait till next year when I go back to the shore so I can get a molasses sucking candy.
That just sucks.
Now the chocolate air quotes that tastes like a lesser version of a Tootsie Roll. That's the problem. Is that it had Tootsie Roll notes, but I'd rather have a Tootsie Roll. The lime that I had.
Tootsie Roll, let's get one thing straight, though. A Tootsie Roll is hot garbage. And
I don't agree.
If you enjoy,
I do not agree at all.
If you enjoy a Tootsie Roll,
now
you're fit for a straitjacket.
You're flailing wildly now.
Stop it.
You don't like the fact that I just crapped all over your stuff, and now you're going to besmirch the good name of a Tootsie Roll, and I will not have it.
If you want a Tootsie Pop over a Blow Pop, you're also a certifiable maniac, and you're probably storing people in your basement. All right?
Well, I'm not talking about a Tootsie Pop. I'm talking about a Tootsie Roll.
I'm just saying, I'm going from pop to the roll to the pop.
Rhyme time. What's your thought on the Tootsie Roll? If you say you never had a Tootsie Roll, I'm going to punch you right in the sack.
All right. I've spoken like a true North Carolina fan.
Oh, here we go.
And you know what? Why do you think they started flavoring them? Because they knew that the flavor that they had sucked.
No, Tootsie Roll flavor doesn't suck.
And so we started to do grape and cherry, things that actually taste good.
Grape Tootsie Roll? What planet are you living on where they got a grape Tootsie Roll?
They did the flavor things.
I never heard of a grape Tootsie Roll. I've only had one Tootsie Roll, and it's Tootsie flavor.
Am I on another planet? Did they not do a whole line of flavored Tootsie Rolls?
I slept on that.
Unless that's a different brand entirely. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that's the thing, right?
They're fruity-full Tootsie Rolls.
Well, that's just stupid.
What's stupid is one that tastes like disgusting old chalky chocolate. But it's not chocolate.
It's not. It's Tootsie. It's a completely different flavor.
Chewy, nasty pile of crap.
I never knew you felt this way. I don't know if we can do the show together now. Bring T-Bone back. He's a good boy. He likes Tootsie Rolls.
You were just waiting for that next one. You don't like my popcorn.
Oh, your popcorn's trash.
I guess I should just throw it out.
It was a little dry.
God.
It had no flavor, right?
No, it didn't.
You ingrates.
Why did you get such a big tub? What'd you pay for that?
I guess I screwed up.
You did screw up. Trash. Garbage. I think that's what you do with garbage.
You throwing this out?
All right, I'm going to talk about something else that's garbage in the world of college football coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On the north side, 71 northbound between Gemini Parkway and US 36, State Road 37. An accident leaves only the right lane open. Emergency crews are on the scene. This report is sponsored by your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy. Your neighborhood Kroger Pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payor update. See your Kroger Pharmacy for details. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RossatiWindows.com.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
This summertime, it's Modelo time. Whether you're poolside or curbside, kick it with an ice cold Modelo. Time to fire up the grill and turn up. Time to reach for a crisp Modelo or the refreshing lime and salt flavors of Modelo Chelada. Time to raise one to summer, and time to stock up on Modelo before summer is gone. Drink responsibly. Beer and flavored beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Get ready to rock. Soft, that is. Nationwide Picnic with the Pops presents Yacht Rock Symphony, Saturday, June 28th, featuring all your favorite 70s and 80s super yacht rock hits on one stage with Ambrosia.
You're the biggest part of me.
Joined by John Ford Coley.
And I'd really love to see it tonight.
And Peter Beckett, the voice of Player. Don't miss this incredible night of hits, ending with a brilliant display of fireworks. June 28th at the Columbus Commons. For tickets, visit picnicwiththepops.com.
Dr. Marta Lavelle of Urbana and Darby Dental Smiles on having First Bank of Central Ohio as a partner.
It has been great working with First Bank of Central Ohio. They helped me achieve a huge goal, becoming a business owner. The bank made it so easy. They helped me through the whole process. It's been great ever since.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This 4th of July, Bob's Discount Furniture is bringing back 4 for the 4th. Spotlighting 4 must-have trendsetters for $7.99 and under, like my farmhouse chic Calvin bedroom, Playday sectional with pop-up sleeper and hidden storage, Consumer Reports recommended treasure mattress, and my 5-star Betty dining set in 4 gorgeous colors. So stop in or visit mybobs.com and celebrate 4 for the 4th.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
Earn $200 when you spend $2,000 in the first 90 days with a new Visa from Kemba Financial Credit Union. Plus, pay 0% APR on balances transferred in the first 90 days for 15 months. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Offer ends June 30th, 2025. Equal opportunity lender.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Cole Bartimas. Tyrese Haliburton went down with what appeared to be a torn Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals last night, and it was confirmed just a few hours ago that it is, in fact, a torn Achilles. Haliburton initially suffered a calf strain in Game 5 and tried to continue on. He will be out for quite some time as the Thunder took home last night's championship. No Guardians baseball tonight. They'll begin a series with the Blue Jays tomorrow evening, but we do have Reds and Yankees going at 7:10 this evening. Coverage will begin at 6:40 on 1460 AM, and we'll join that game in progress at 8 o'clock right here on 97.1 following the Buckeye Show. One guy who will not be suiting up for the Reds is Jeimer Candelario because he just got DFA'd. Candelario was in the second year of a 3-year deal, and he is still currently tabbed as being the most expensive player on next year's Reds payroll. This update is brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Don't put off losing weight this summer. Reach your goal during the easiest season for weight loss. Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
I learned something new about Timmy today. And that is that this crazy man sitting next to me.
I learned something about you, too.
Doesn't appreciate a good Tootsie Roll. You'll sit there and eat your trash popcorn from the Jersey Shore. Tastes like Snooki's ass. But you will not enjoy a good Tootsie Roll.
Jen came in here and said, since 1940 or made in 1940?
Jen
Very
thinks
well
it
could have been
sucks.
sitting there.
Rhyme Time thinks it sucks. You bought a whole tub of this.
What is the
Go give it to the homeless. They won't touch it.
What is the deal with, like, I mean, a lot of places do popcorn. I get it. Like, in this, I'm with you. There's nothing particularly memorable.
That's Cracker Jack.
About
If
this
you gave me this and said it's Cracker Jack, I'd believe you.
And you'd say, all right.
Yeah,
Thanks
it tastes like it came out of a box.
Thanks for the box of Cracker
Thanks
Jacks.
for the toy whistle.
But where are the nuts? But saltwater taffy is just, you hit it. You were right on the money with that. I don't know why we're still doing it to this extent and why we're happily purchasing this stuff.
Because
this is a $14 box
of
candy.
Nostalgia for people. They grew up going to the Jersey Shore, so to them it's fun. It's childhood memories. It's all of that. They have the saltwater taffies. Oh, it tasted just like it was when I was a kid. Well, yes, but when you were a kid, it tasted like ass, and it tastes like ass today. Let's move on.
It's just overrated, you know? Like, if you get a good batch, it can be okay. And if it's a good flavor, like, I don't understand why, like, you have to go and put so many nasty flavors. Let me do it for you. You need lemon, you need lime, you need grape, cherry, strawberry, watermelon. That's it.
Tutti frutti.
Here's your whatever, yeah, fruit punch, something like
the lime one I had was actually not bad.
Yeah, the lemon and the lime I could go
The
with.
orange one was pretty good too.
An orange, yes, you got to have orange.
Whatever,
Like the citrusy
whatever
fruit
one
flavors.
that I had, I think it was like pink. I did not like that one.
That would have been the
That's
strawberry.
the one I spit into my bowl.
Did not like that one.
So strawberry should be a wonderful flavor.
It's terrible.
And that was so bad. If you were so unlucky and unfortunate to be watching the stream when we went to commercial break last segment, you may have seen Mike spitting out what looked to be like a bitten off tongue. That was just
it's pink taffy.
It was just his taffy that he couldn't get down.
By the way, T-Bone just sent a message.
What's he saying?
He said, leave the tub of popcorn in the studio and they'll try it tomorrow morning on T-Bone and Tyvus.
Sure.
And Tyvus will say, I think it's good. I can't tell the difference between popcorn.
Tastes
popcorn.
Tastes like Pop Secret to me.
Garbage.
Oh, man.
What was I going to say to you? Something. Oh, that's what, back in the day.
Huh?
Hold on. I'm going to get there.
What?
I still got a little remnants of taffy in my mouth.
Back when I was banging.
Back in the day. I don't know when they invented Starburst, but I guarantee you, when they were sitting around, they said, you know that saltwater taffy? Yeah. Let's create something that tastes better than that. They said, all right, cool. And there you go. There's Starburst. It is a better version of saltwater taffy. Has more flavor.
And where are you with a Starburst?
I love a good Starburst.
You do love a good Starburst.
But when they're fresh.
Yeah.
When they get hard, mess you up.
Oh, my God.
Terrible.
Chip your tooth, man.
Mess you up.
I'm okay with a Starburst. I go with a Skittle way before a Starburst.
I like a Skittle. I got no problem with Skittle.
Skittle ranked over a Starburst. You good with that?
Yeah.
We can agree to that one? We can't agree on this. We're going to have to get past the Tootsie Roll thing.
I don't know how we can get
That's
past
just going to have to be a different strokes for folks.
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm going to have to bring you along. I'm going to have to get you hooked on the Tootsie Roll.
How do you plan on doing that? Some kind of like Pavlov's dog thing with me with Tootsie Rolls?
Keep shoving them down your throat.
Every time you feed me a Tootsie Roll, Tate McCrae pops up.
Oh, you like the Tootsie Roll now, don't you, Timmy?
This is delicious. Yes.
I can't get over the amount of people telling me that Tate McCrae is just okay.
Who's doing that now?
She's just mid.
Who?
I'm looking at people in the chat. I'm seeing people on X.
No.
She's fine.
Fine?
She's fine?
Fine?
Are you blind?
What is wrong with us? Honestly.
The new and bad Pac-12 has a new media deal with CBS.
I'm sure they're really excited about that.
I laughed when I saw this because no money was disclosed.
Our CBS or like the mini network, the network, CBS Sports Network?
Both.
Ooh.
I don't think real CBS will carry much.
Excited for Oregon State and Utah State on a Saturday night.
Is that who's in?
I think that could be a matchup. This is going to be for Oregon State and Washington State home games.
That's the sad part, that those are the blue bloods.
They're the only ones right now. I think it's
they have more.
Next year, I thought. Isn't it in 2026 where the rest of them are coming in? They just
Sacramento State or
they have like a fake hodgepodge schedule for 2025. And then in 2026, they got remnants.
I don't believe there's any money actually changing hands here.
You're probably right.
Because there's no money disclosed in any of these stories. I think that CBS almost just felt bad for them and said, well, what are we putting on CBS Sports Network? Golazo and nothing else?
So we can do a college football game.
We could throw them on. What else are we going to do?
It's going to be better than what other crappy sports programming they would put on. It's actual college football. But you're right. As a network, you think you would be able to have a lot of ground to stand on. Like the deals that are being made for SEC football and Big Ten football, Yeah, don't get caught up trying to look at those numbers, then bring some arguments to the table here.
Who's the commissioner of the Pac-12?
Oh, gosh. I forget her name, but I know
Condoleezza Rice.
I know she did a media days. They had a media days in Vegas,
right? Which is
where
the
they were
two
promoting
teams.
free.
It's Teresa
beer.
Goud.
Teresa Dowd.
Dowd.
Goud.
Goud.
Gout.
Not gout.
Gould.
Gould.
Gold. Yeah. Gould.
Gould or Gold?
I think it's Gould.
It's good.
Does she like saltwater taffy? Is she doing our traffic today?
It does not say.
Blink twice.
No, she is not.
If you're in distress.
And this is called Jacob Reimer Says Names.
So Teresa, I can picture her getting all dressed up for the meeting, right? I got a meeting with CBS today, right? And she has her henchman next to her, flanking her, like, we're going to get a deal done today.
You don't have henchmen out there.
I'm
You're
just
on your
saying,
own.
she's got people. She's got people in her office,
No,
right?
you don't. It's just her.
Maybe in Midtown Manhattan for some reason. I think about her meeting CBS. Midtown Manhattan. She gets in a cab. Yeah, take me to the CBS headquarters.
Rockefeller Plaza.
That's
Here I come.
NBC, but all right.
Whatever.
Take me to CBS. And they go up in the elevator and, yes, ma'am, right this way. And she walks into a room. They got fruit in a bowl. Oh, they're very happy to see us. We got all the cards here. Yeah. I don't know how Jack Nicklaus got here, but
again,
whatever.
Your voices
They're great, aren't they?
All spawning from Grover Jack Nicklaus.
She walks in, the meeting starts. Well, Miss Gould.
Gould.
You've brought us an interesting slate of games here, an interesting proposition. I'm going to start the bidding at $0.
How's that sound to you?
Well, I was thinking a little bit more than that. Yeah, I got another. How about $0 with a promise that if you get a 1.0 rating during any of your games, it goes up to $0.
Yeah.
Sounds great. It's an incentive. All right. Bye-bye.
So it says
now the Queen's here. Thank you for your offer.
It said here, Queen, that in April that the Pac-12 announced that CBS, C-Dub, and ESPN are sharing rights to 13 home games that involve the conference's only two current members.
Sharing rights to what?
Oregon State and
It's
Washington State.
Garbage.
Yeah. And then I was right. In 2026, membership will grow to at least 8. They're trying for more. Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, and Utah State. And the favorite to become that 8th team, that's good old Texas State. The Jack-o'-lanterns.
Nope.
I don't. The bison.
Nope.
The rattlesnakes. The bills. The
what is Texas
armadillos.
State? Texas State.
Texas State. The
Bobcats is what they are.
Oh yeah,
Bobcats.
those Bobcats. Those Texas cats. Roaming the range.
Who's their head coach? Can you tell me?
Bernie Bickerstaff.
G.J. Kinn.
Mm-hmm. I think
plays at Jim Wacker Field. Wacker. Harley Nar, Wacker. Stupid, dumb show this is. This is a stupid show.
That's a made-up name and a made-up field.
I got a really stupid topic for next segment. Actually sent to us by our program director, Fish. And it's about sports mascots. That's coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Accidents blocking the left berm on I-71 northbound after Gemini Parkway and on the west outer belt southbound before Roberts Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio LECET. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Robert Schaefer Jr., Laborers Local 480 Sandusky. Robert is a 13-year member working at Cedar Point. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Bats are us when dreams sunk in. Bats are us
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's our us. When dreams sunk in, that's our us.
The most common form of treatment for the arthritic joints is normally cortisone injections and gel shots and over-the-counter medications. And most patients have tried all of that and are still in pain.
Every day, Dr. Aaron Wolkoff, a QC Kinetics medical director, meets patients who have exhausted every method to get relief. They've been told surgery is their only option.
They want to stay away from that path, and they come to us almost as the last hope. So we're using our own body's properties to help manage pain, to help slow arthritis down, keep the patients active with no downtime, and get them back to what they enjoy doing. I mean, I love what I do.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments from our board-certified providers help heal and restore aching joints. No surgery, harmful drugs, or downtime. Call for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Your neighborhood Kroger pharmacy is happy to welcome back Express Scripts Medicare D and TRICARE Department of Defense Plan members. It's easy to transfer prescriptions at Kroger.com/payer update. See your Kroger pharmacy for details.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive, benefiting Life Care Alliance. You can help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. How can you help? Purchase new box fans and bring them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station, or you can buy online and ship fans directly to Life Care Alliance. The collection and distribution of fans is to assist residents who are at risk of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's Sponsored Jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hot and humid with light winds out there on this Monday. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Overnight down to the mid 70s. And after a very warm and humid start on Tuesday, back in the mid to upper 90s in the afternoon with the heat index expected to be over 100 degrees. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
I'll tell you who should be fired. And that is Timmy Hall for bringing in disgusting Jersey Shore popcorn. Every single person
I'm trying
that's tasted that caramel corn says it tastes like dirt. Fishy just popped his head in here and said it tastes like trash.
I tried to give Beam a piece of taffy, just shook me off. Just waved me right off.
Beam's lost 60 pounds, 70 pounds, whatever it is. If he's going to have a cheat day, it's not going to be on some BS taffy from the Jersey Shore.
It's really weird, too, because it's one of my favorite eating weeks of the year. But yet the items that you would bring back for friends are bad options. I mean, the pizza, you would love all the pizza spots.
I know I would.
Yeah. You know, some of the shops there, they mix a little bit of cheddar cheese. What do you think of that? It's actually not horrible. It's blended. It's lightly blended.
I've had pies like that. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, if the sauce is good, and it's boardwalk style, so it's a little bit of it's not as sweet as the New York style sauce, but it's maybe kind of in between, maybe a traditional bold sauce and a sweet sauce.
I'm not a fan of the sweet sauce. You know.
No, I know you're not. It's not all the way to the sweetness level of a New York style slice. It has the appearance of a New York style pie. They also do
they spiral the sauce on top like a little pinwheel.
A patented swirl of that pizza. The one that I posted from Max, which is my favorite spot on the Wildwood Boardwalk, and a lot of people that vacation there, they would tell you the same. You kind of couldn't quite make it out on that particular pie, but a lot of them that you see, they do have that. I think I had 4 different pizza places throughout the week. Sam's Pizza Palace, Little Nicky's, Three Brothers, and Max that I told you about. The ice cream spots. Oh, and I had an epiphany. So we disagree on the Tootsie Rolls, but I offer you this. Core Brothers is a famous East Coast ice cream spot. They claim to have created the vanilla orange twist, which is as good as it gets when you're talking about ice cream flavors. And McDonald's did this for a long time, too. They were running their vanilla orange twist as well. I think they should always have it. But they have a big thing there where you get the ice cream, even if it's just plain vanilla or the twist that is the popular favorite. They will then douse that whole cone in, as they call them in Jersey, jimmies, because they don't call them sprinkles.
Unnecessary.
So I tried it. I tried it with the jimmies. And I mean, it is doused. There's 1,000 sprinkles on that ice cream now. And what I found is that the second that they dipped that cone in, they altered what that ice cream, what the texture and the taste of that ice cream was going to be.
You work so hard to get a creamy texture on that ice cream.
That's your livelihood, the way you make the ice cream.
And you ruin it all by throwing sprinkles on it.
I thought the melt point, it was instantly melted. It was misshaped a little bit because of all the dip into the sprinkles. It wasn't awful, but man, I got to tell you. I got to tell you, when I tried it clean, fluffy, delicious, creamy,
erotic,
just outstanding. Outstanding without the sprinkles. So I guess I don't like sprinkles / jimmies as much as I thought.
That's fine. You can't make up for your trash take on Tootsie Rolls not being good.
Well, somebody said that you should
They're in the Candy Hall of Fame.
Come on.
If there's a Candy Hall of Fame,
come on.
Are you kidding? That's first ballot, man.
First ballot?
First ballot Tootsie Roll Hall of Fame. I'm sorry if you can't appreciate a heritage candy.
It is heritage. I follow you on that. But how about Hershey's chocolate?
Okay.
How about Hershey's chocolate?
What does that have to do with a Tootsie Roll?
It doesn't have anything to do with a Tootsie Roll. It's better. That's what it has to do.
It's a completely different eating experience. Completely different.
Well, the taffy is a completely different eating experience than a chocolate bar.
Except taffy is trash.
It's trash. I don't know how you could think taffy is so trash and then completely be enamored and adore Tootsie Rolls. I don't know.
All right, I got something for you. San Jose Sharks mascot S.J. Sharkey has been announced as an inductee into the 2025 Mascot Hall of Fame.
S.J. Sharkey?
Yes, it's a thing. After a record-setting nomination and voting process, the Mascot Hall of Fame proudly announced its 5 inductees, icons who have thrilled crowds, rallied fans, and represented their teams with spirit and heart this morning. In a whirlwind of fur, feathers, and face paint, the nation tuned in to ABC's Good Morning America for the highly anticipated announcement. So Sharky's going in. Also Blitz, who is the Seattle Seahawks mascot. Fred Bird from the St. Louis Cardinals. Sebastian the Ibis from the University of Miami. And Toro from the Houston Texans. Over 125,000 votes were cast. What losers voted in this? My God.
Well, there's one that seems to rise above the rest of the group there.
Who's that?
You just rattled off? That has to be Sebastian. Ibis. Has to be, right? I mean, I just thinking about college football and thinking about mascots, I would put him up there with some of the biggest and the best. Especially with, I mean, a lot of those I didn't even know who they were. S.J. Sharkey? What are we talking
He's
about?
a Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer now. The Texans
I forgot
Toro?
about Sebastian the Ibis.
Yeah, Sebastian, that's a good, clean mascot.
No, he's
right
got
there.
a very menacing. He's got eyebrows that go straight down. He's like Uncle Leo.
Yeah, he's more menacing looking than the Oregon Duck is classic, right? Do we know what the Oregon Duck's name is? We played them a bunch this past year. I figured like we would have.
I saw the cutest thing this morning. I saw crossing the street. I got a little pond in my neighborhood. So crossing the street, going towards the pond, a mother duck and like 7 little tiny ducklings just following behind, just waddling behind. And I stopped the car.
No Papa Duck?
Papa was at work. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were all following Mama over to the pond. It was the cutest thing in the entire world. I ran them all over.
I was waiting for that shoe to drop.
I fed them Tootsie Rolls. They choked to death. It's all over now.
You're a real sick bastard.
I found out that it's not good to feed duckies bread. I did not know that. I've been feeding them bread my entire life.
What are you, an idiot?
That's everybody fed them like Wonder Bread, white bread.
Stop. You do that when you're a kid. You stop feeding them things.
Well, I have a daughter. I don't go by myself. We go together and feed the ducks.
Let's go kill some ducks.
I don't think it kills them. I just think it's not good for them.
It's not good for
well, what can I feed the
their
ducks
diet.
Then? I got to feed them something.
I'm sure
I'm not going to go get duck food. It's got to be something I have in the house.
Why couldn't you just get on Amazon and buy something that's nice for them?
This is ridiculous. The whole point of feeding ducks is you have stuff in the house you can feed them.
Sure, but you just sat here and said that you shouldn't be giving them the bread.
What about a Kraft single? You think they'd enjoy that?
I'm sure they'd love that bright orange slice of cheese.
I bet they'd eat it. Rhyme time. Will you please look up what I should be feeding pond ducks? Thank you.
Probably a lot of grains and wheat.
Dead bugs.
Maybe.
Because I like the pond ducks. They get married. Just the two of them.
Yeah, they're kind of together, aren't they? A duck
Those white
couple.
ducks I don't like.
No.
The Aflac ducks?
Yeah, they're pretty ugly.
I don't
right?
like those. And then geese, that's a whole different thing.
Oh,
geese,
get out
I
of here.
kill all of them.
Canadian goose,
My
they should
God.
migrate back.
Rhyme time.
Who needs them?
Ducks can be fed a variety of healthy foods, including cracked corn, oats, rice, birdseed, frozen peas, chopped lettuce, and sliced grapes.
Interesting.
Okay, frozen peas may be interesting because I always have some frozen peas in the freezer.
Lettuce is cheap, too. I mean, how often when you buy a head of lettuce, maybe you're only growing lettuce in the back. I know you do herbs. Do you do a lettuce in the garden at all?
No, I don't do lettuce.
I don't. Okay.
Lunatics?
What are you talking about?
Big giant head of iceberg lettuce in my garden?
Not iceberg lettuce, but like a romaine lettuce.
Oh, a romaine. Look how fancy we are.
Yes.
Can you point me towards the romaine?
I love a romaine lettuce.
Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Yeah. Good enough for John Stamos. Good enough for me.
No, Stamos is gone.
Well, yeah, that was
They're not married anymore.
Yeah, but at one time
she's
they were.
with that dirty Jerry O'Connell now.
Well, they're celebrities. They get married for a few years and they move on. It's a circle of life.
Have you seen Stamos's new wife?
No.
Better.
Even now?
Good.
How old is John? Is he 70?
70?
65?
No, he's 60 maybe. 70?
That was a high guess. My wires are a little crossed because he's hanging out with the Beach Boys, and I know he had to I know he had to break the news to Mike Love about Brian Wilson's death. And how old was Brian? He was in his 80s, wasn't he?
John Stamos was 61.
61. Okay, I was way high. My mistake.
We should all love to look like John Stamos at 61.
I mean, he is.
His wife's name is Caitlin McHugh.
Caitlin McHugh.
I'm gonna shock you. She is several years younger than him.
Let me guess.
She's 39.
Okay. She's younger than us.
39, and I think she's quite fetching. Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark. He's going to talk about Italy and how the Jersey Shore sucks coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I-71 northbound after Gemini Parkway, an accident on the left berm. Traffic slow from the north outer belt. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now, so what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me! Marry me, or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. How much income will you need to retire? Let us help make sure you reach your financial goals. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
We need Jayson Stark's open rhyme time. I can't go on. Jayson Stark, the Hall of Famer, will join us in mere moments.
Let's see how fast he is.
Oh, rhyme time is sweating bullets right now.
There he goes. That taffy is sticky now.
Belly full of taffy and bad popcorn.
We want the open. We want the open.
I'm going to hold this show hostage. I am not talking to Jayson until I hear my open.
Fingers are
He's
moving.
a man who's in every Hall of Fame in the known universe. He's a man who travels thousands of miles to see celestial bodies. He's a man who enjoys a good tomato pie. And he's a man who regrets a few life choices every Monday at 5:30. It's Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
That's actually something that Jayson Stark demands, is his own original open, or he will not come on. Hello, my friend.
Buonasera.
Oh, you were in Italy.
Hey.
Your favorite place in the world. How was the trip?
Yes, it was so great. I went to Sardinia for a week and a half, boys.
Wow.
And, you know, not a lot of Americans are hanging out there. Nobody knows a baseball from a bowling ball, but it was absolutely magical there. Went to Corsica for a day to Bonifacio. I can't tell you how beautiful that place was. I was a little down. I never ran across Emilio Bonifacio while I was there.
Hey, whoa! Me and 4 other people got that joke.
Wait, he never played for the Reds? I guess not. Sorry. It was awesome.
Sardinia.
Answering your question, awesome.
What was the best thing that you ate?
Wow, the best thing that we ate. Went to, we ate some cool dishes, but went to a place where they filleted this giant sea bass at our table and then poured this amazing tomato saucy type thing over it. And I just can't tell you how good that was. So good.
And you shared it with the whole table?
Well, my wife and I would be the whole table, so yes.
Oh, okay. It was just the two of you on the trip. It wasn't a big gathering.
Yeah, we didn't do the family reunion component this year. It was just me and her. It was great.
Jason, how hot was it? It gets to be pretty blazing in Italy in the summer, right? And Sardinia, as gorgeous as it is, was it piping hot?
Yeah, they had a massive heat wave hit just as we arrived, so it was 90s the first week, upper 90s, and the sun feels like 190. But then we did spend 3 days at a resort that's right on the water, where it went from 97 to 77, and I recommend that. 77 is great.
I know you said
I don't think it's that hot though, because it's only 26 there.
I know you said that there wasn't a ton of baseball fans, but nobody the entire trip recognized you at all.
At the Philadelphia airport, going through security, that was it. Yeah, nope. I am like, despite what your open might lead people to believe, I'm not a huge worldwide celebrity.
Not yet.
And there are yachts in Sardinia bigger than your city.
Oh, I believe you.
I don't own any of them.
Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark here on the Fan. Now, Timmy just came back from the Jersey Shore, Wildwood, New Jersey.
Great.
You're a good Philadelphia boy. I assume you spent a lot of time at the shore.
I know how to get there. I only live an hour from the beach, although not the Wildwood portion of the beach. But yeah, go Timmy.
I mean, if you were at the Philly airport, so Wildwood is basically a Philadelphia town. Now, that is a place where I was talking to Mike about this before the show. Obviously it makes sense because of proximity. I would have thought, though, because it's in the state of New Jersey, that maybe you see more Mets, more Yankee stuff. But really, that entire town down there, Cape May, Wildwood, possibly Stone Harbor. I didn't notice any of the sports jerseys or shirts at Stone Harbor. But Wildwood, they're all over the boardwalk, win this football toss game in the arcade, basketball toss, whatever. It's Phillies, it's Sixers, it's Eagles stuff everywhere you look there.
Yeah, that's pure Philadelphia. To integrate New Yorkers, you've got to head closer to like Long Beach Island, Asbury Park. I only live an hour from Point Pleasant, and there's a train from New York City that stops in Point Pleasant, so you definitely get New Yorkers there. But it's all good. How'd you handle all those Philadelphians? They're pretty happy with themselves right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty happy. Look, I'm not able to partake in any Philadelphia Eagles type of gear because I grew up a Washington Commanders fan. But as far as Phillies and Sixers go, I could care less. I actually won the NBA 3-point challenge game. That was a highlight of my week. So it's like they have these at Cedar Point, Kings Island for some of the amusement parks around Ohio. You get like 4 shots at the baseline, then straight on, then the opposite baseline. I got an 8 on the game. So I actually took home a Mitchell and Ness Phillies hat with the Liberty Bell on it. I didn't know what else to pick. That's kind of it was all Philly stuff that was hanging on the wall.
That's a fun item. So how many 3-pointers did you make?
I made 6 3-pointers for a score of 12. I made 6 for a score of 8 because they had the money balls as well. Out of 12
you
shots.
Made 6 3-pointers.
So that was 50%.
You didn't get 18?
Exactly. Yeah. They stiff you. They stiff you on the scoring there. Everything is rigged against you. You know that, Jason. The boardwalks. It's all rigged against you.
Yeah, even the baskets our conspiracy theory is that the baskets are not regulation.
No, they're ovals. They're ovals, so the ball doesn't really fit in. This was the one game that had a regular style rim because it's an NBA 3-pointer in ocean wind. So that's the drawback to it.
Right, and you just finished eating like cotton candy, so that's another detriment.
I was so disappointed that you were in Italy last week because Shohei Ohtani was making his first start of the season. I said, I can't believe Jason is missing this.
Just 2 innings.
Yeah, nobody cared. No.
You
Not a
cared, though?
Not a headline in Italy. I tried to watch the sports on TV a little bit. I didn't know. I really, honestly, had no idea what was happening.
You love Italy so much. Would you ever think about getting like a little second place there? Maybe retiring there? No, not buying in Italy, but like visiting Italy. I was afraid you guys were going to try to make me say something bad about the Jersey Shore just because I went to Italy. No. I mean, Timmy loves the Jersey Shore. I mean, in full disclosure, I think it's utter trash.
Mike is the one that's giving me a hell of a time.
I can't stand it, but
it did get me thinking about like the difference between going to the beach at someplace like Wildwood versus going to the beach in someplace like Sardinia or Sicily.
Yeah,
you're not going to walk off the beach in Sardinia and play skee ball. Okay.
How did you like Sicily? Did you just start yelling my name? Did anybody know me?
Oh, I wasn't in Sicily this time, so that would have been futile. But when
that's right. Last time
I
in
never
Sicily.
once mentioned your name, just in case you're wondering.
All right, good, because I'm wanted by the authorities there.
Is there another?
You mentioned that.
Yeah, Jason. Is there another part of Italy that you haven't done yet? That on the next trip you've got to see?
Lake Como.
Oh my God! Does
We've done
Clooney
Lake
have a house
Como.
there?
What's that?
I think Clooney has a house there in Lake Como.
Yeah, he has not invited me.
Jason's going to buy the house next. He's a big Reds fan. Jason, that's your in.
Yeah, good point. We have been to Lake Como. We went to a bar there to watch soccer, and there was a guy there we could have sworn had to be George Clooney's brother or something, but I probably no, because there was no security around him or anything.
That's the genius of it. I saw Tom Hanks when he was filming Road to Perdition, and he was just walking down the street. Nobody was bothering him. He was wearing a fake beard. I swear it was him, Jason. No one was talking to him. Maybe Clooney, he's like, well, they're going to think it's not me because I don't have any security.
This is an excellent point. So you did not talk to Tom Hanks? Because my wife totally would have talked.
I was in a car. I was driving the other way, but I swear to God it was him.
I'm sure you got a great look at him.
Okay. Yeah. My wife talks to people all over Italy, and they have no idea what she's saying. It's very entertaining.
But she doesn't care. She doesn't care,
if
right?
She can speak English or not.
That's nice. I like that. I like that type of confidence.
She's just friendly, and she believes in being friendly. So we went to this beach on Maddalena Island, and we were a little concerned about security, like if we left our stuff on this beach when we went into the water. So she decided, I'm going to make friends with the people on both sides of us. So this one couple had a little baby, like a year-old, and so she had a good time talking to them, even though they could barely understand her. Then the people at the next seabed or beach bed, whatever they called it, they were from I can't remember where it was in Italy, and she made friends with them. And as soon as we went in the water, all of them packed up and left. So all that was for naught.
Did you actually use some Italian? Can you give me some?
Well, I threw a buonasera at you.
Yeah, I said at the beginning. Yeah, maybe give me like a. If I said to you, Jason, I said "Como ti chiami," what would you say back to me?
Como ti chiami?
Como ti chiami?
Bon.
I said, what is your name?
Oh, okay. Como ti chiami?
Como ti chiami? You know your own name. Just say your name, Jason.
So you don't want me to say Signore Stark. You want me to say Jason?
You can. That's fine.
See, I don't like if I go to the Jersey Shore, I don't have to worry about this.
You don't have to say Como ti chiami? All right, Jason, we've accomplished nothing today. We'll talk to you next week. I swear we'll do things next week. I promise.
Things?
Baseball things.
He was good.
Okay.
I thought it was Okay. Hey, enjoyed it, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Arrivederci.
Jason said, welcome back to himself. Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
On the West Outer Belt southbound at Tuttle Crossing Boulevard, an accident. The two right lanes are blocked. This report is sponsored by COSI Unofficial Galaxies Star Wars exhibit, open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at COSI.org. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Drive a new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details. Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry, I think I invented something.
Does it solve a problem?
It solves a big problem.
Get Eco.
ECO. Heating and cooling companies are telling people your furnace and AC isn't worth fixing. You need to replace it with a whole new system.
You invented a solution for that?
I invented a way to fix those systems for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
That's a great invention. How does it work?
Step 1 is to pay Eco to fix it.
I thought you said you'd fix it for free.
Step 2 is that we give you back all the money that you paid us, up to $1,500 when you get Eco to replace it.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What if your repair keeps my system running for several more years?
That would mean you got all those extra years for free.
Paying Eco to fix your AC system is like putting money in the bank.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Get Eco.com.
Common Man and Timmy talking to you about the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Our guys at Hollywood are pulling out all the stops for summertime fun, live bands, food trucks, and more fun on select Saturdays.
Are they still doing the all-you-can-eat ribs?
Oh, yes, ribs. Tuesdays and Thursdays in June at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
Join Penn Play Rewards and play up to $500 on us. Not Hollywood. Timmy and I are paying for it.
No, we're not. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, I got the nicest Google review today. Dewey from Gehanna said, "We cannot believe we are able to get the Pella look and quality at the cost we did."
I got a review too. Listen to this. These windows were great. Oh boy. For about a year. Looks like I'll need to renew, in quotes for some reason, my windows way too soon. Repeat customer?
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
And I'm his very overpaid celebrity endorser, Common Man. Bob, I heard somewhere, actually from you many, many times, that Worthington Jewelers is where Columbus gets engaged.
It's too bad you and Timmy can't engage the audience.
Good zing, Bob.
If you're thinking of popping the question, there's only one place to go.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Austin and Berm are back with a new daily podcast, the ultimate OSU football insiders. You know, it's refreshing to have some smart people working here from time to time.
The Beat with Austin and Berm on the 10 TV Plus app.
Subscribe today.
Summer is hot, sticky, and buggy. But Modelo is cold, crisp, and smooth. When you're sweating through your shirt and the beach is mad crowded, the lime and salt flavors of a Modelo Chelada hit just right. When the weather's perfect but you're still at work, it's time to clock out and stock up on Modelo. Drink responsibly. Beer and flavored beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At metal supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Timmy, give me a number.
How about 6?
Caller number 6 right now. 614-821-9710 gets a family 5-pack of tickets plus paddock passes to the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio, Friday, July 4th. Hey, that's Independence Day through Sunday, July 6th. Passes are good for the entire weekend. Tickets can be purchased at midohio.com/tickets. But if you're caller number 6, well, you get the tickets for free.
Dr. J, famous number 6. Saw a lot of his jerseys. Little throwback Mitchell and Ness jerseys hanging on the boardwalk last week. A lot of Bryce Harper jerseys. That was pretty popular. Eagles crap, obviously, just everywhere.
I mean, they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, riding high off of the Super Bowl. They had a lot of, I was going to do this memorabilia story in a second. They had in the arcades a lot of sections for sports memorabilia now. They never really had that as I was growing up as a kid. And it's a nice touch, because there's collectors now. Only problem is in terms of arcade tickets, you would probably have to spend about what Josh Harris spent on this Jaden Daniels card to get just a autographed helmet that you could probably buy for $300.
So Josh Daniels is the owner of...
Josh Harris.
I'm sorry. The owner of the Commanders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Harris Group.
He was at Fanatics Fest. And they had memorabilia. You could buy it. And
all
I guess
sorts of stuff.
Somebody had a very rare Jaden Daniels rookie card. And just on the spot, Josh Harris is like, yeah, I'll give you $500,000 for that.
What do you want for it? Yeah, maybe he bargained him down a little bit.
But I just like how...
Deal done at $500,000.
Somebody like that. Like, it's the same response. Like, I have that response sometimes when I see a Take 5 at the register. Oh, I got a Take 5. It's pretzel. It's peanut butter. It's delicious. I'll get one of those. Why not? I'm here.
That's the impulse buy.
Right. Oh, yeah. A little card, $500,000.
Sure.
Yeah, it'll make my quarterback happy. Sure, I'll do that.
I felt like a big man, like going into liquor shops here at the beach, because when I'm out of state, I like to pop in and see what a selection looks like. Because, you can find different bottles. We're talking $50 to $100 bottles. That's my budget. And I got 2, and I'm feeling proud about that. Like, look at me, into the liquor shop. Oh, I'll take a smoke wagon right there. That sounds good. Well, I actually got they had Buffalo Trace, which I don't find all the time. It's not impossible to find, but a regular old Buffalo Trace, which is lovely. I got a cheap bottle that's called Traveler. It's a Chris Stapleton edition. I tweeted a picture of that last week. Fantastic whiskey.
Good?
Yes, for cheap.
Blended, obviously.
Yeah. But I mean, the drinkability of it for a sub $40 bottle? Come on. And I know sometimes you're looking for that, whether it's for a mixer or just a sip. And then I mentioned a smoke wagon, brother-in-law recommendation. It's a Las Vegas distill. And I haven't cracked it yet.
All the good gifts for yourself, you bring us. Saltwater taffy and the trashiest caramel corn anybody's ever had. I see where we fall in the pecking order. I see it.
The back page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
All right, so, by the way, Fish actually talked to me. He said Cole, our good boy Cole back there, looked up the president that I was referring to earlier in the show. It wasn't Andrew Jackson. Remember, I was talking about a president that I think had a grandson.
It was John Tyler.
It was John Tyler. John Tyler was born in the 1700s. He was born in 1790, and his grandson just died in 2025.
It's astonishing.
I mean,
astonishing.
How do you even...
Not great-great-grandson.
Compute that?
Grandson.
Yeah. Grandson. So from the president's birth, from John Tyler's birth to his grandson's death, that spans 235 years. It's really mind-boggling to even think about. Did you see your boy Sammy Sosa?
Oh, I saw him.
He's not your boy, but he does love him some Armour hot dog. He returned to Wrigley Field.
And they lost.
That's
a
hey,
shame.
It was the first time that Sammy Sosa had shown up around Wrigley Field in 21 years.
2004. And then he was traded to the Orioles.
That's crazy. He never made it back.
It ended badly.
And then, of course, Sammy has had some things.
He's had some things. I'm glad that he's stopped de-blackifying himself.
Yes.
He seems to be coming back to his normal color, which I approve of.
Yes, I do approve of that as well. Sammy looked good. He looked better. And it was good to see him enjoying some time there with the Cubbies fans. This one got me because Rhymetime and I were actually laughing about this video, and I showed it to you before the show. Just a blonde woman enjoying a tasty beverage while hanging out of a golf cart. It looked like it was running relatively flat, like just on the fairway, not like down a mountain or anything where some of these idiots will drive. And she took a sip of the beverage and just fell right out of the cart backwards.
A lot of people thought it was Paige Spiranak because she's...
I don't know why,
she's
though.
Bosomy.
Yes, she was, but it took me literally a millisecond to know that in no way is that Paige Spiranak. I mean, I've seen so many pictures of Paige Spiranak.
I know you have, Timmy.
It's just...
Most people haven't studied her to the level that you have.
I wouldn't say that I've studied her.
You've just studied it.
I seen her a lot. So Paige felt the need to respond out there to say that that's not me. And then she took a jab and said, we all know that I wouldn't be wearing a polo, as if to say I'd be wearing far less than what this woman is wearing.
Buckeye Show's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I-670 eastbound at 5th Avenue, a disabled vehicle, the left lane blocked. On the west starter belt southbound at Tuttle Crossing Boulevard, an accident moved to the right berm. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they're all about keeping you on the road to summer fun, to rides, to the beach, even to faraway places. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here. I'm Peggy Hodge for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need a new heating or cooling system? Booking a free in-home estimate with Logan Services is easier than ever. In just minutes, you can schedule your appointment on our website. It's fast, simple, and hassle-free. Book a time that works best for you. We offer appointments throughout the week and on weekends. And next-day installation is available now. When you need help, we're here for you. For the home of fast, friendly service, Logan Services.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Common Man here. Let me tell you something. I'm on these Germain inter-office emails. At Germain Lexus, during the month of June, they've challenged themselves to sell more cars than they ever have in 1 month. What does that mean? Well, I'm stupid, but to me, that means they're willing to deal, baby. And the memorial cars are on the lot. The ones the golfers drive for the tournament are now available to you. I've been a Germain customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and, of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.